Hello,
Hello.
this is the past discussion of 6.86, Balance of Power. I am Tiro.
I'm Avilex.
And I'm Lantas.
And we're gonna have a fun time.
Yes, discussing this major patch with a new hero that we can see, Warden.
He's really interesting.
I never played him before, ever.
Well, he was kind of new in Dota 1 also, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It looks like an alien kind of thing.
Yeah, in Warcraft 3 he was like more of a... Looked a bit more like an... You know what a null is?
Well,
Like it's a...
no.
Kind of like a walking dwarf.
I think I've seen some few
you,
highlights with him that I don't really
you guys play
see
Hearthstone?
with his shapes.
No. Only to get the card back.
He's like Hawker, the legendary Hawker.
Alright.
Okay, whatever. Now he looks like this, without a face.
Yeah. And he has 4 skills. And his ultimate is kinda like... what did we say it was? It's he turns into a kind of different form, and then when he comes out of it, he has refreshed everything.
Oh, no.
No?
Basically, he makes a weird shadow form of himself, so there's 2 of him, which has 100%.
Yeah.
No,
right?
he makes it into a single form, right?
He's
Briefly
basically
refocusing its fractured elements into a single form. Ah, it's able to create a perfect electrical duplication of itself.
he's basically a stronger form of the aghanim for Morphling, I guess.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, all of the items are usable by him. So double Midas, double Necro, double Manta. Great for pushing.
Yeah.
And it's hard to punish it also, because if you kill the double, nothing happens to the original.
What I saw a GIF of someone made where they have Necrobook and they would spawn double Necrobook and double Manta and push like crazy.
Yeah, with the refresh orb.
Mhm.
It's insane, actually. One good team fight and you lose Rex.
Lantas, didn't you lose to Fireman Necro the other day?
Yeah. I did.
I just remembered it.
Let's talk about his other skills. We have Flux.
That's
and
the Flux is the slow, right?
yeah, it's the slow and does damage over time. And the slow will stop as soon as the affected party is close by to his team.
That seems kind of weird.
It's
It
kind
is.
of like toss a perch on them. They're really slowed, but if they get close to an enemy, they're not slowed anymore, right?
Yeah. So it's really good against when people are alone. So you really have to team up against Arcwarden.
I think the magnetic field is probably the most interesting of them, if we not talk ultimates.
Yeah, it's a great team fight.
It's like
skill.
you put this bubble, and then they have 100% evasion. Right? Isn't
Yeah.
it? I think it's 100%. And what?
It is 100%, yes.
And they get attack speed bonus if they're in this
Indeed.
bubble.
So you have to get a lot of 4 steps against Arcwarden also, so you can push the other team out of their magnetic field.
Or you have to abuse the fact that they're probably gonna group up more. So I guess you need to go for more like Magnus kind of heroes, like AoE.
Or Enigma.
Yeah. Things that actually can pierce the evasion thing.
Yeah.
Or get them out. Then the Spark Wraith is...
It's like Techies.
It's like a mine that follows you instead.
Yeah. 4-second cooldown.
It's like Engineer and Hun, the Heroes of New Earth. If you played that. He plays a mine, it attacks his mine basically, and it starts walking after you. Basically the exact same.
Yeah.
But I guess none of you. I guess yeah. I'm the I'm the hunt player here.
Yeah, you're the veteran.
Yeah, and the ulti we talked about. I think pros are gonna abuse this hero.
Oh yeah, they're gonna abuse this so hard.
Well, the thing about the spag rate though is that enemies can see them. So
Yeah.
it's not exactly like Turkish mines, but
Well, can you defuse them?
I don't think so.
That's an issue actually. Since yeah, you can see it there, but you can't avoid it if you really have to go there.
They do
I mean, you
300
can kill the
damage.
techies mines, but you can't do anything about spark race.
Okay. Then there's Arcana for Zeus.
It's an Arcana for Mario, who isn't Mario anymore.
Yeah.
I cry every night.
Considering how he looked initially, the first leaked models, he looks pretty good.
I think so too.
Biased.
I think this is how Zeus should look.
But it's not according to the Dota lore. In the Dota lore, he should be a mortal. Not immortal, but a mortal. And now he's flying on a cloud. No, it doesn't make sense to me.
But he can die, right?
When he's flying on a cloud,
Well, Lina is flying.
not on a cloud.
No.
He's like the cloud in Mario Kart, you know, when you drop off the map.
Yeah.
He come and gets you.
Yeah.
It's that one cloud that likes you. That
Yeah.
like, oh Zeus, you can't die yet. Or whatever.
So, new base model, texture and all new animations. New effect and sound for Thunder God's Wrath. Special kill effect for enemies slain with Thunder God's Wrath. Special blink effect. Huh.
I
That's
think
a new one.
yeah, I think every time he blinks, it leaves like instead of this purple disappearing kind of thing, shadowing thing, it's a lightning bolt, like explosions.
Okay.
A turned voice.
I think it's just they just pitched it a bit darker.
I see. I haven't heard it.
And an animated chat emoticon. Well, I already have one of those from BTS, but I guess this one looked nicer.
Isn't the one from BTS with Merlini?
It is, it is.
Why would you want that?
So
Well, I bought a ticket, so
when does this patch come out? Because I can
Think-
see on the Arcana it says coming soon with the Arcana, so I assume it comes out the same day.
well, yeah, I think it's like usually Thursday.
So
This
tomorrow?
kind of special,
actually?
yeah, or Friday. This week at least. I mean, they have to release it before we WCA.
Yeah, today is the
China.
16th of December.
Yeah, and they will start at
know.
17th. So I think any moment actually, in like 3 hours, 4 hours. That's when the updates have been. Last 2 days.
Do you mean? Oh yeah, today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they fixed a lot
23
of things.
p.m.
They fixed a lot of
The-
things yesterday in this patch. Oh, anyway, there's a new comic.
Yeah. Have
This
you read
one
it?
is for. I haven't read it. Can you briefly, without spoiling it, say what it's about or which hero?
It's about Arc Warden and Zeus.
Hmm?
And well, you get to know how Zeus acts among other heroes, and how he reacts to Arc Warden, which is the new one in the bunch. Other than that, I think if I said anything more, I will spoil it. So
Okay.
Yeah.
That is brief. I mean, everyone can read it, right? I think.
yeah, it is. It is just
Okay.
click on it. So
The Sundered Moon. Okay. Now we're on to our desert terrain, which I know Tiro. Like.
yeah, the long overdue compendium reward.
Well, I read suspicions that it was because there was going to be big map changes in after the major, which is true. It was because they would just have to make the map twice if there was map changes.
Alright.
So I think that's simply why.
Well, it seems wise when you say it like that.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I will use it though. I'm too scared of change when it comes to styles. I don't like. I never used the weather effects. I never used anything like that.
I use the harvest effect when I play. And I think I will use this desert effect because it looks so nice, especially the tire side. I like when things turn a bit more colorful.
Yeah. I would like to have a snow map though, because I like snow a lot.
Yeah,
Just
desert, snow terrain. I mean, we have the snow effect, but it needs the terrain too
yeah.
to look good.
It looks kind of lame that there's no snow on the ground. That much snow falling.
Yeah.
So then we get, well, what do you think the desert terrain was better than you thought it would be, or is it worse? Oh,
It's definitely better. I mean, especially since you can choose not to have the weather effect with desert because things I feel like get like kind of unclear with the weather effect. But with only the terrain, I think it looks really nice.
Yeah, it looks better than I thought it would.
I actually didn't think they were or kind of allowed balance-wise to remove or to change the trees, but I guess they did. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be the normal trees and then like different ground.
Yeah, but
That's what
this is nice. As long as it's the same shadows and same kind of shadowing, it's fine.
Yeah, as long as there's no exploit in this new style.
I just because I thought didn't want to change the trees at all because they were trying to remove all the mods that changed the tree models. So I thought they didn't want it at all. But I guess if as long as they can control it, it's fine. People made the trees into small pumpkins. I think it was, so they could see paths in trees really easy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That was kind of lame.
Yeah. Sounds kind of lame.
But anyway, there's a
Let's
music.
move on.
There's a music
Yeah.
pack included.
Do
Then
you
there's
do you guys have music on ever?
no.
No, not me neither.
I don't play with music at all in those kind of games. Only in single
Well,
player
I
games I usually do.
appreciate some of the Dota music, but I only have it on if I don't want to use Spotify.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's really easier to play without music because I concentrate more, but I don't know. It depends on the mood.
I think music is there to set the mood of a story. Not and Dota is not really a story-driven game, so I don't really pay attention to so I just remove it.
Well, if I'm watching someone cast, I think with the Dota music, it gets more exciting, like the Roche music and the battle music. Kinda,
Yeah, I can see
that's
that.
the mood.
I like when they use the music at TI, for example. I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
That's because it's TI.
Exactly.
And the majors. They just.
Right.
But personally, I don't. It's like Witcher 3 and stuff. It's where I use music. Otherwise, I don't. There's some new
Yeah,
ultra.
I think I disabled. Sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just because I have it on screen. There's new ultra shadow quality, which is cool, I guess. It just makes them look better.
But you seem to like it when you read it.
Well, I did. I think it's cool when they upgrade the more graphic out because Dota is actually really, really pretty. If it can be more pretty, man, I'm up for it.
Well, I won't be
Colosseum.
able to use it anyway.
Oh.
Well, actually, I haven't put my computer to the test, so maybe I should at least try.
Let's just head on. This is not even the patch yet, actually.
The Colosseum map, it looks like, what was the new map called?
Haunted Coliseum.
So it's like Colosseum only in a different kind of setting.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
wanna run they want to just add an extra map for people who like the Colosseum map because they made a desert terrain, I guess.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
has
cool.
the same method or study, whatever.
I just still think should be something they could add to unranked matchmaking instead, so you could play. And that would be cooler.
Exactly. I mean, they have fucking ability draft in matchmaking and unbalanced stuff like that. But then you have to have custom games for everything else. And like all random deathmatch is also normal matchmaking, so it's counted on your Dota buff. And you're like,
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
it's so
I don't know.
broken. Everything about it is so broken.
I actually think Colosseum is really fun when you play like 5-stack and stuff.
Yeah, it is.
If
It
the
is.
opponent don't leave. That's the only time it's fun. And I had one of those games ever. I only have one game. It was really fun. Otherwise it's just been a letdown because people leave.
Yeah, and same with the other popular custom games like 10 vs 10. There's always a lever in like 5 minutes,
Yeah.
if not earlier.
I think there should be some kinda, I know this sounds kinda like restricting some freedom, but immediately when someone get on dedicated servers, you should not be allowed to play, like you should get like the same way if you dodge a queue, you should get a cooldown. Because now you like literally taking up a space of a dedicated server because you're leaving, you like kind of ruin the game, I guess. I don't know, there should be, if you leave a game you're not allowed to join for 10, 30 an hour. Kind of thing.
Reasonable.
So like normal.
Well, the same way if you dodge a queue, but now you instead of dodging a queue, you leave the game, which is on a
How
dedicated
about
server.
how about having it like halftime for custom games?
Well, okay, you could
Because
do
it's
that.
not for the tryhards, it's the people who want to have fun. While normal matchmaking could be a little bit more tryhard.
But I mean, if you want to have fun, you can try all the other maps, which is not really popular. Like, I don't know.
But then you're risking not having fun.
Yes.
Because it might be a shit map.
Yeah, but no, but then you're allowed to leave because the things usually things only get on dedicated servers is really popular. Otherwise, it doesn't. It's run on the best network, the party. Well, anyway, we're moving on.
Yeah, Nested Treasure 2.
This just sounds like a money grab, Treasure.
Yeah.
Honestly, nothing new in it. Is there anything new in it? I think it's
I don't know.
I don't really care about treasures.
Yeah, I haven't bought Treasure like since TI5, TI4.
I only get the international thingies, whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Let's go on.
it was great when you could buy a set in the store instead of having to like buy treasures 5 times to get the set you want.
I think
Yeah.
I think they want you to. I think they might be starting to add sets again because as we're going to see soon, they're adding new things to the client again. The first thing they add is the basically Dota buff stats into the game. I guess like
They promised
statistics.
this a long time ago.
Well,
They
now they're
did.
here, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's nice not having to go to Dota buff all the time. But then again, Dota buff still has a lot more detail than this, I think.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not gonna stop using Dota buff just because of this, I think. Because I want to check out my friends too. So on. Oh, or can I do that? Can I go to one of your profile and then click stats in the top?
No idea.
I
This
would want
isn't
stats
released
with
yet,
other
so
people though.
Like compare?
No, like how much I win with you.
Oh. Yeah, that like Dota buff plus.
Yeah.
when they introduced Reborn, they had a hero-specific rating,
Yeah.
as in a number, not well, what, not a bar.
Yeah.
So
They're doing the kinda thing they did in Dota 1 as well, or Dota 2 Source 1. With the what did they call the bar? They called it
Hero success or something?
yeah, something like that.
How was it?
They're basically adding that again, right?
yeah, well, I don't really know what you're talking about here, but
Oh,
maybe I just forgotten it.
in source 1 in the old client, when you
Yeah.
click on your profile, you click on your heroes, and it showed all your
Oh
heroes.
yeah,
Now it
yeah,
does.
yeah. Now I remember. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it still counts as Reborn is still in beta, right? That's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not released yet. They just released it they just removed source 1 so they could work only on this, right?
And have the entire player base as their testing crew.
Yeah. Well,
Forced.
if it looks as good as, I just think it took a long time for them to make this, but maybe it goes faster now that things actually are implemented. I don't know. I hope so. Oh, they call it
Yeah.
arcade actually. You can see in the new client. You can see in the top it says arcade instead of custom game. It's like StarCraft. You see it?
I see
Yeah.
it. I see it.
Okay. Anyway, then there's easy access armory. So basically you just search for the thing you want to find instead of having to go through your entire armory.
Oh,
It's
finally.
nice.
I mean, the armory system in Reborn has been so shit.
Yeah, really
To be
laggy.
honest.
Really, really laggy. I have 2k items. It takes a long ass time scrolling through them.
Yeah.
Like really, really long. And especially because it hasn't preloaded all the pictures yet, so when I'm scrolling through it, it starts like loading everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, they adding the shop instead of this. It was really, really bad buying anything from the Dota before.
Could you even buy anything?
Yes.
I mean, in Reborn, I tried.
You could go to heroes, and then you can click on the specific heroes, and then you can find the sets in the side which you can
That's
buy.
awful. That's so awful.
But I think you
Yeah.
could only buy it through the market.
That's even stranger, actually.
I don't think you could actually. There was only these small cells that you could see the Sand King. That
Yeah.
was only there once in a while, and that was on the front page. And you can buy treasures. I think that was it.
Yeah.
It's really bad. It was weird. Well, I mean, then again, I mean, I guess it's okay. That wasn't the. People would have complained so much if that was the first thing that was implemented.
Yeah.
Money grabbers.
People complain anyway.
Yeah.
People complain.
But
People always find a thing to complain about.
Well, if it's not perfect,
I think
you
Valve is
should.
still waiting for the market to desaturate. Actually.
Mhm.
Sorry, Sophie. Sorry, Trio. You said something.
No.
What
Let's
is
go on.
what is private chat channels?
Well, it is
Isn't it like the guild ones?
yeah, it is.
I guess.
So
With
you can have a
restricted membership, so it's like the guilds. I mean, my guilds disappeared because of Reborn. Whatever. If it's still there, then it's good that it's coming back. But it's stupid that it was disabled from the start. You know what I would have liked, mainly like over everything. Like there, you can see that you're in the like Dota Pros chat, and you see like everything. But now, if you're gonna stream Dota, for example, you see what your friends are texting, and you see what's happening in your local chat and everything. You see it in your chat in Dota. So you don't really want to stream if people start talking personal things with you. And that sucks. You should be able to like click between your chats, not show everything all the time.
You can disable the friends, I think, in different windows. I believe.
You can?
I think you can right click and then I think do not show like other windows or something. I think there's an option for that actually,
Oh,
which I didn't find before someone mentioned on Reddit. I might be wrong though.
I
But
didn't
I
find it.
think because I disabled it for the the quiz window I have. Because I didn't want other.
But I managed to disable the auto location thingy because it always plays me wrong.
Yeah, me too. I was put in Copenhagen every time when I lived the furthest away from Copenhagen as I can almost.
And I live with you, and I was placed somewhere else for some reason.
You're closer. You're in Aarhus, so
Was I? I guess.
that was an hour away. Mine was 271 kilometers away.
I still wasn't
That's
in the closest
interesting.
city.
But no, 271 kilometers. But it's because of it puts you where your provider is, basically.
Yeah.
And my provider is from Copenhagen, so.
All right.
But
I
anyway,
was placed in Växjö.
oh.
Well, anyway, let's move on.
Moving on to the actual patch. Now the actual content is happening.
Now it's just going like briefly through the like biggest things in the patch.
Major content changes, I guess.
Yeah.
Which we can just get. Do we want to look at the map changes now?
Now we want to do it at the end.
Okay. Okay, so as we mentioned, there's map changes.
Yeah.
There's a new rune called Aachen Rune. 4 new items, not 3. 4 new items. 1 consumable and 3 items. I'm just going fast with it. 3 heroes is unlocked in Captain's mode. That is Earth Spirit, Oracle, and Terrorblade. They moved around some of the neutral camps to try to balance out the difference between Dire and Radiant Jungle.
And they added 2 new ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
They also added 2. So instead of having only, what is that, 10 camps? Now there's 12 camps, right?
Yeah.
Not including the ancients.
Indeed.
Yeah. Then we have new abilities for 5 heroes.
They changed the abilities.
Yeah.
Maybe no, like
replaced them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not available in Captain's mode anymore.
Of course.
Yeah, and that's the major changes, but there's still a lot of small changes everywhere and new acronyms we're gonna go to now.
Yeah. So let's go through it. Okay. Gameplay update 6.86 general. Added arcane rune. Show details. Causes all spell cooldowns to be reduced by 30% and mana cost to be reduced by 50%. Lasts for 50 seconds. So it's kinda really good for mid heroes, especially if they wanna if they spam in lane or whatever, it can be good throughout the game.
Yeah. And also for strength heroes who has a bad mana pool.
I understood why they made this, because they wanted heroes like Lina and stuff to get, instead of them meeting a DD rune, they wanted to meet this kind of rune, right? That is the best rune for them, I guess. But what I don't get is why the damn numbers has to be so high. Why is 1530 not enough? 15 cooldown reduction is a lot. It's a rune.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an item,
And
it's a rune.
50 seconds also. It's
exactly. And
really high.
If you reduce your mana cost with 30, I still would be so happy to meet the rune, but 50. I mean, I know this is mostly, I think, based towards casters, but I mean, even an SF there's just even bigger chance of not meeting that damn illusion rune anymore. Illusion rune is not very good early game compared to this rune or DD or haste and so on.
Yeah.
So I mean, you get this rune, you bottle it up, you go clear 2-3 camps with SF, and it's almost like you didn't even go do it, because one race costs 45 mana. I can't. I don't know. I can't describe how broken this rune is.
Yeah. Still, there are some changes to the intro to camps. We'll get to those later.
Yeah. But I think it's fun when they add new runes, though. I think it's awesome that there's a new chance of finding different rune.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the addition of the bounty rune, since as a port support, it's a blessing. So new runes always welcome. This might be a little powerful, bit powerful. I think they will nerf it in 6.86b, but let's see how it works out.
I think it's gonna be reduced to at least 2040. I think it's gonna be reduced with 10%, both of them. I think so. But we will see. We will see how much effect they actually have. I think it has bigger effect mid game than early game. The only one that really uses it early game is mid.
Yeah.
Creep bounty increases by 1 gold per normal upgrade cycle. Question mark. For example, or whatever. Every 7 minutes 30 seconds.
It won't do
Lan-
much.
Lantas, do you know? Is every cycle 7 minutes?
7 minutes 30 seconds.
I believe it is.
That's every cycle.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe.
Huh.
I think that's an attempt at making farming more viable, but it won't make a difference. As in farming the lanes.
Let's say we're 35 minutes into the game. Then every creep gives 5 gold more, right? Or something like that. I think. That's a lot of gold.
It is, but still, if you're playing a hard carry, you have to get to that point also.
Yeah. I think this is a... Is this a you don't get as much farm early, so you have to fight to get your advantage, but when you have the advantage you can start the team and then close out the game easier. Is that what it does?
Yeah, I think you summed it up pretty good.
Because I mean, usually I think it's sometimes hard to close out the game because I need to farm this damn BKB to even go high ground, but still the opponent can't do anything to us. I think it's okay. It just, I mean, I don't know how much it means, but I think it means something. It does.
Yeah.
It definitely means something when you get past 40-minute mark. It means it also means you can come back easier when you're just sitting high ground defending for a long time.
Yeah, those games are just bore when you know you're gonna lose since you get no money.
Oh, but if you kill 4 creeps
Yeah,
compared to minute 1 and then compared to minute like 42, you get like 6 gold extra per creep. That's a lot.
it is.
But then again, 4 creeps early game means way more than it does 40 minutes in. Anyway. Speed damage against heroes increased from 75 to 85%. That means towers and siege creep does more damage to heroes, which is good, I think.
Yeah.
As this shows an example, is that level 1 tower damage against heroes if effectively increased from 82.5 to 93.5. Means that you can't play so aggressive as much. At least you're gonna die earlier. Before. I don't mind that. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, 2 patches have been just dive the tower, dive the tower.
Yes, it's been a lot of aggression in Taiwan. Is not very defending.
It isn't.
All heroes has gotten a bigger HP pool, which is cool.
Yeah,
I
indeed.
mean, I don't know. I actually don't have all these things. I have a hard time explaining, like, seeing what they do, like all these general changes. I think it's hard to value them. Creeps now arrive slightly closer to the top Dire Tower and bottom Radiant Tower.
Yeah, it's a needed change. I mean, if you try to block the bottom radiant lane, it still goes up up until the side shop, and it can be quite troublesome to get it where you want,
Wait, so
even when it's not contested by an offlaner. If you can zone him out, still could be a mess.
So this basically changes that if nobody touches the creep, it meets not halfway but a bit closer. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks, because I play offlane. That means I'm not gonna get level 2 for free again anymore.
Well, you could always play Darkseer, and you will get it anyway.
Well, I mean, if I'm having trouble and I have just anything that can clear a small creep camp, I can just go to the right or left, and there's a hard camp for me.
Okay, next. Random draft hero pool increased from 24 to 50. Added random draft to ranked matchmaking.
I like
Random
this.
draft now uses the same picking mechanics as ranked all pick.
Well, popping wise, it means that I'm not gonna be as bored when I solo queue if I do that, because solo queue is filled of people that just abuses the most overpowered hero in the patch. If they're not in the random pool, well, people have to pick different, I guess. And since it's 50,
Yeah.
50 heroes, there's still a big chance of getting a pretty good lineup, both
Yeah.
teams. I think it's interesting. I think it sounds fun.
It's pretty good. I missed the captain's draft in ranked matchmaking, but they said it was abused too much. But I mean, it's such a big difference going all pick or captain's mode. Like either is try hard, other one is super try hard, and you gotta trust only one person to pick the right thing.
Yeah.
So it's good to have a middle ground.
I like the rank all pick way, because then, I mean, that's how captain's mode worked in Han in the start, I think, when I played. Everyone picked their own hero on turn, but the captain banned heroes. I know I'm referring to Han again, but I'm gonna do that throughout this patch because Dota is starting to take things that Han changed years ago, and people call them crazy.
Well, what I don't get is why they don't add the like the all ban mode, or all you get to ban one hero
Oh,
in
the
all
blind
pick.
pick mode thing.
Yeah. I don't get why they don't add it. I mean, just try it for in unranked for a while, and let's see how the community responds to it. I mean, you get rid of the OP heroes at the flavor of the month heroes.
Isn't it? I mean, I think then again, Han has it again. I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Han was so before their time.
Isn't it when everyone has a ban and everyone binds ban things, but if someone bans the same hero, there's only 9 heroes banned or something, right?
Well,
Didn't you take turn banning?
No, I think everyone gets like a screen. They can't see what everyone else is banning. You just ban a hero you don't like, and then
I think you should get a turn to ban.
yeah, like maximum 10 seconds.
No, I think the point is that instead of 10 heroes always being banned, it's like, let's say everyone has a ban and 3 people ban Earthspear because they can't take that hero, right?
Yeah.
There's only gonna be 7 heroes banned.
Yeah, I understand.
And I think that's cool because, I mean, well, there was needed more heroes banned then, because there was 7 people that didn't like 7 heroes, or 10 people that didn't like 7 heroes. I think it's fine. I like that system. I wouldn't mind if it came into all pick or ranked all pick before people start picking.
But I mean, if you look in between patches, there's always complaints at Reddit and other sites that why don't we get this one ban all pick mode?
Yeah.
And it's been there like that for years. Also, I don't see why they don't add it if they're so scared, or just add it as a custom game and let us try it. I mean, elimination mode was kinda like that, but not really actually.
What is elimination mode?
Well, that's in a custom game where when you block when you ban a hero in a game series, that hero is banned for the entire series. So when you return to game 2 after game 1, if you banned, let's say you ban Alchemist, he's banned the next game also. So the hero pool shrinks.
Oh.
Each game.
Oh, so it's like, who was it that did that? Was it Dota Cinema? They made you
No,
cannot pick a
Moondog.
Moondog. You cannot pick a hero you already picked, basically.
Yeah.
Like, so if a team picks Alchemist, nobody picks Alchemist again.
Yeah.
Same with bans, huh?
Yeah.
I like
so
that. I think that's interesting.
Play maximum 5 games.
That sounds fun in a tournament, but that's not possible in a rank though.
No.
But it sounds fun. I think that's very interesting. Anyway, we have to move on. There's so much patch.
Yeah, it is.
Let's just. I don't think we need to go through all of this. It's just like I feel like it's overall like a bunch of buffing to the neutral creeps, and they
Yeah.
added a new ability to the ancient black dragon, a fireball.
So that's a big change though. That's a very very good dot. AoE dot thing.
Yes.
It says 100% uptime if you can give the dragon mana.
Yeah.
10-second duration, 10-second cooldown. 85 damage per second. That's ridiculous.
It's a great buff for Chen.
But what do you use at 10? Well, it's okay. It's 300 AoE. That's actually really big.
Yeah. It's like Kiro's.
Yeah.
Does it
liquid.
also go on towers? No, it's too strong for that.
Yeah, I think they will be too strong. But you also see the magical resistance aura. It will make like 3 stacks and 4 stacks.
Is
It will be
then-
harder for SF to take them.
Is it Centaur Corsair?
Yeah.
Corsair? Yeah. Yeah. Guess also if you get like just 2 Centaurs and they stack.
Yeah, they stack.
Well, I did this last when I read them myself. I went past all these because it's just a lot of changes that I don't know how much affect yet.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Roche.
Yeah.
He has become stronger. He has 1 increased base armor, attack time increased from 1 to 2, and has plus 100 attack speed, ? He still attacks at the same rate, but it affects less. He's affected less by negative attack speed.
Yeah.
So it means like scanning and stuff, I guess, doesn't work as good on him. He doesn't get super slow anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you really slow attack time, 100 attack speed gives way more if you only had 1. Right? Is that how
Yeah.
it works? I
Yeah.
think it like scales really insanely, like it scales really fast from 1 to from 2 down to 1. But then after that, under 1, it's really slow. So anyway, they added a patrol command, which is nice. I missed that for like
What's
because of
that?
all the RTS I played, like StarCraft and stuff.
Do
It's
you
basi-
know? Did you see the GIF of the Weehaw Windrunner?
Yeah,
With the,
yeah. So that's
That
the.
was a patrol command, kinda.
no,
But it was
Alright.
not a control
no, he
patrol
just
command.
he just shift queued to walk back and forth. Now you can just click one place with a patrol command. It's gonna walk from where it stood to there and back and forth constantly.
Alright.
Never stop until it dies or cancel.
Alright.
Something that always been RTS and it bothered me that it wasn't in here. Well, and then simplified some minor damage and armor types. Okay. Okay. So now there's all the map changes, terrain. Should we take a look at the map now?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna switch to the other. Make it actually.
So we go for the first picture and then.
Sure.
Are you ready?
No, because it's not actually just black screen on mine.
Huh.
I'll do it. Window cut? Here we go. Okay. I have it up on the thingy now. Okay, so the first one is the path close to Radiant Tier 2 top and mid.
Yep.
They made a small path where you can walk past, where you can walk over instead of this big cliff where you couldn't get past, except you blink or leap and so on. I think it's nice and was needed because there's such a long way around that part.
Yeah, it was, especially if you wanted to ward safe. You couldn't really because you had to get like really out towards the secret shop. Now it's like a safe way from your tower.
Yeah, and the pathing was also broken when you headed out from the Radiant base to ward at that specific spot. You could end
Yeah,
up
but
just
the pathing
standing
is
there.
always broken.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Next screenshot is it's showing the new neutral cam. close to offlane of Radiant. Which, I mean,
It looks pretty good.
I actually think it fits like very much into that spot. Just like it looks good there. I don't know why. It just, but maybe it's
Yeah.
because I always missed. If you're like going to Secret Server, you need gold. It's actually kind of nice just being able to take a camp
Yeah.
and just get it.
That is true.
So I've very often walked up there. I'm like, I almost have mana boots, but I don't want to go to the forest to get my energy boost. I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, you're like, I hope I get a bounty rune now.
Yeah. And it's very.
And it always felt like there should be something, but it felt like it was not place efficient, you know. But it was pretty nice to easily block the camps and stuff.
Think about like Tidehunter offlane now. How easy you can just go stack that. He doesn't have to stack Ancient, and he can take them much earlier. Same with Axe. Doom can also eat like those creeps. And and Darkseer can easily clear that stack too. I like it a
Offlaner
lot.
will always get gold now if they can jungle.
Yeah, we'll at least get the level 2 because that camp usually can give a level 2 most of the time.
Yeah, but how will can Clockwork do this?
Oh well, that's true. Clockwork can block the creeps easier.
Yeah, he has a tiny bit of hard to do it though. But he can if he tries really hard.
Okay, there's a new warding spot also.
Where?
Yeah.
On the third
Oh yeah.
picture.
I think it's a very nice falling spot even. Does it probably doesn't block the camp like the ancient, right? No.
No. It can't.
I think it's like it's a spot that's been needed since because Dire always had a ward spot close to that, kind of around there, right? They had one.
Yes.
Why shouldn't Radiant have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Dota, so it shouldn't be alike. But it's becoming more and more alike, kinda.
Well, it's because it's so like Radiant wins like has such a much higher win rate than Dire, like comparatively, I think.
Yeah.
Like actually, it's very big. Even just in pops.
Yeah, my win rate on Reddit is like 60% or something.
Actually, my win rate on Dire is much higher. I think it's just because usually like dark colors depresses people, but I don't care about that. Even though I like color.
No, it wasn't that high for me, but still.
Then it's top rune. They changed some of the platforms. Dire has an easier access to top rune now.
Yeah, I like this. It always felt like such a disadvantage going for this for somehow.
It was very cramped around that rune.
Yes.
Very thin. It also it means that if you're standing on the rune can lift you up on that cliff.
Yeah, now you get out from it.
Yeah. I think it looks a bit like I'm like, oh, this looks a bit like when they started making Reborn map. Like the ramps being so big and bad.
Yeah.
But this looks a bit more finished. I like it. I don't mind map changes. I know a lot of people are against map changes because they're like, we believe in the first Dota was the best.
Yeah, when the 3 lanes were solid 3 lanes, no ganking mid.
Then there's a new ramp up to Ancient Camp.
Yeah.
I don't mind this. I actually think it's easier to stack from mid now, or at least to walk down faster.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just.
Isn't it gonna be a bit annoying to have them so exposed?
The Ancient?
Yes.
Also,
Compared to the Dire Ancients.
but Dire Ancient is also very exposed because you can see how close the Ancient Ancients, so the Radiant Ancient is to Radiant Tier 1 compared to Dire Tier 1. The mid. I think it's okay. I
still feel like if you look at the towers, Dire mid tower to the Radiant Ancient camp is not very far. But if you go any tier 1 from Radiant to that camp, it's very far. I mean, you have to cross the river and it's like in a half awkward place, I feel. I don't know. It just feels a lot faster to get out of there after stealing them than.
It just, I know from like swimming that I felt it was harder to go and take over the Radiant, Radiant's Ancients, because immediately when you started walking there, and if the enemy team was high ground, you had disadvantage immediately because you're low ground, where you're not gonna have that on the dire side in the same way.
That is true, but I always felt it was easier to take the Radiant ones.
Oh, well, I felt opposite. But
Yeah.
that's each one's taste, I guess. I mean, I hate walking uphill. That's like the worst feeling in the game. Like when you don't have vision uphill, that's the worst feeling.
But you can just place a ward before you steal them too.
Yeah, I guess yeah. Anyway, next picture. There's a new ramp between the hard cam and medium cam in Radiant. Which I think is good and bad. It's bad for mid, good for junglers in Radiant.
Yeah. This
also-
makes it really interesting, actually.
It's also good for supports because it's harder to catch people like as an offlaner, if you're dire, it's harder to catch where the supporters might be roaming because you can go out in the river and pass and dive the tower to get the dire mid. You can go through the water. You can go straight there. You can take, and then there's 2 ramps. I don't know. There's just so many ways through the jungle now, but it's the same. There's also a lot of ways out of dire jungle.
It is.
I mean, that was like one way out of. That was that one ramp, and if you stood on that ramp, nobody could pass you, kinda, in the ult. I don't know. I like this ramp, and then they put an awesome watch spot as well. Again, I know it's kind of the same, but now it's more centered instead of being so. Before it was to the right of the camp. Now it's to the left of the camp.
So it's totally gone, or what?
What do you mean?
Is the ward spot totally gone, or?
You mean the one that used to be on the left?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just moved it to the right to get a more central ward that makes more sense.
Okay.
Which I don't mind. I don't see it on the map at least. Oh, next picture. There's a small, tiny ramp down to Roche Pit, where you kind of, when you walk down it, you kind of go straight down to the side of Roche Pit, right?
That's gonna be really fun to block because it's so small. I mean, when they're adding all these big paths, I feel like I'm missing the small ones.
Yeah.
Even though they can make horrible chokes, but that's also fun.
I think it's cool they made a small path down because it just gives more exit. It gives more room to move, which I like. They seem to.
It gives more chaos.
Yeah.
It does, yes.
I like it as a. Cool. Next picture is it's a rose with a Christmas hat. I guess.
Yeah.
Just because it's Christmas.
This the season.
Yeah. Next picture is the hard camp, or the new hard camp for Secret Shop in Dire. But then I still think Radiant has a slight advantage because the camp is closer to the tower than it is for Dire.
I think it's safe to say it's not slightly, it's very much bigger.
Yeah.
Since it's not faced against the lane like the Radiant is. If they had just turn it around 180 degrees.
No, then there's the issue with pulling creeps to them.
Well, you're right. You're right.
It's because of where the ancient is placed compared, because usually if you wanted them closer, you need to put them kinda down where the ancient are, but the opening of the camp should go up the way Mirana is facing. I think then it will be okay. I don't know. It's because of the rose pit is where it is that makes it harder to place. But I think it's still good. I mean, it doesn't take long. I mean, if the lane is not pushed, you can just go take this, and it doesn't take long to walk down again. And you go there because you can't do anything in the lane anyway. It's not because, oh, I'm just gonna grab these creeps because I can. That would be too good as well.
Yeah.
And actually, it's awesome because supports that want to like rotate to the offlane or something can just do that stack. I mean, it's pretty good for the mid as well. The mid can easily take that campus. I think it's
Yeah, and if you get the new item also, you can take 40% of the health
yeah.
of a non-hero
Okay.
unit.
Next picture is of that is the new hard camp. They swapped medium and hard camp, the center ones. So the one that used to be the hard camp in the center of the jungle is now a medium camp, and the one you're looking at is a hard camp. So basically, just like the dire jungle. The hard camp is the one to the very far left or right, depending on which. Do you like this or do you dislike it?
I like it. It makes it a bit more similar to the dire side, kinda, for the radiant offlane.
It balances the also going aggro try. Like going aggro try as a radiant is way easier than going aggro try as a dire because you can't pull as dire. You have to get kills or you just get out leveled immediately if you don't block the camp. But now you can actually do the small, like the big camp pulling, which is gonna help you. It's not only for just one guy offlaning.
I know.
I'm
I
wondering
know.
about how about the tiny toss? How they fix that?
What do you mean?
That kind of pulling. I mean,
Oh, you can still do it, I believe.
yeah. I mean, you should be able to do that with the camp and at dire. Shouldn't be any problem whatsoever to do it.
Oh, I can
Pull mid.
Can you double pull still as radiant? Can you still do the pull through?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Probably not as easy because there's a big distance between them.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, no.
Wait. Oh wait. You're thinking of the new ones. Yeah.
Eh?
Well, it should be harder at least. I mean, there's still one facing a bit towards the mid lane. It should be available for at least a tiny toss.
I think
I mean, shouldn't this work anyway? I mean, at least for the radiant safe lane, it should work. I mean, it's the medium camp now, right?
no, that's a hard camp, the one you're looking at on the Mirage.
Yeah, but I'm not looking at that one.
You can't pull the other one. You've never been able to. I think you can pull, but you just need as good timing as you do on Dire. Because Dire you still need a good timing. The creeps need to die, and then the hard camp needs to hit you right when the creeps die.
Yeah,
So
they
the
need
aggro.
to be there and see it.
But
Yeah.
they need
I
to
mean-
they need to be aggroed by you getting hit. Because
I
that's
mean-
how the aggro.
When you stack that camp, you need to pull them pretty far to stack it if you're gonna just go like south, straight south.
Are we talking about the new
I
hard
feel-
camp?
No,
Which one now?
wait, that the new medium camp, right?
Wait, do you understand the... Have you switched picture?
I'm looking at the offlane picture.
Okay, that is a hard camp.
Yes, I know,
Okay.
but
so
I'm
which-
talking about pulling to the medium camp.
You can't pull to the medium camp. It's never
Are you
been...
sure?
You could only before, you could pull from small camp to the medium camp above it, and then you could pull for the medium camp to the hard camp.
Yes,
But
I
you
know.
can't. I don't think you can pull from the old hard camp to the small camp. I don't think. I don't see how. Then you need to cut a shit ton of trees.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess then
Well,
you can.
if your carry gets Quelling Blade,
But I think even.
Don't think the carry will have time to pick down all those trees.
I think the only one that
Yes.
can get pulled there is the old trolls, because trolls was range and could actually pull you, or could hit you, and then it pulls the creeps. But I don't think other things will just turn around.
I mean, about the time, there have been games where the carry gets Quelling Blade and cuts down a shit ton of trees. Like when in the meta where Clockwork used to trap a lot of creeps in the dire lane, he would cut down trees to prevent that with the quelling blade before the game started. Just ran out there and do it immediately.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think you still pull them. I think they've been testing that you should be able to pull through because it would be too good for dire if they're the only one that can double pull.
But isn't there also a tree between that?
Yes, but that's, I mean, so is there for dire. You cut it down, right? They're basically just trying to replicate the two because you can see it almost look identical.
Yes.
Just mirrored. Yeah, anyway, next picture is of the damn ramp where you always get stuck because of Magnus, Rubik, and so on. But now instead of being stuck, they have made an entire path through, so you can actually walk up there yourself if you want to. But
Yeah.
they also made a way worse warding spot because there's actually trees up there now.
No!
I think it's fine. I think it's better now.
I think it's really good for like. It's really good
But
for
wasn't there
positioning.
trees there before?
No.
There
Not
was
that,
kind of some
not that
trees
far
there.
out. Not that
No.
far out.
Maybe not the biggest tree, but the small ones were there.
No, they're closer to the right.
Yeah,
No.
there were.
Yes.
They were.
I think they went pretty far.
No, you had full vision of that area. Like you got a lot of vision from it.
Yes, but if you cut down that big tree, you get full vision.
No, then it blocks downwards to the ramp. Can't see the ramp because of the two trees. Well, anyway.
Because when I was recording something, I remember cutting down trees to get people up there.
Well, if you check the old minimap, the groups, the trees were all grouped up to the right, not at the cliff itself.
Weren't they also there?
No, they weren't.
They
They didn't go that far.
Then I remember wrong.
Anyway, I think it's cool for like heroes like Putz and Mirana and stuff, things that can shoot out something and catch people in a weird sense because people don't expect people to stand up there, or at least not yet. Maybe they're gonna start to suspect it, but it's like a cool place to go to like.
But wait a second. Do you actually not believe people will be expecting?
Well, of
people
course they
to
will
be
be
there?
expecting, but they have no way of knowing except if they're on the big cliff when they're up at the dire hard camp. Walking down the ramp, but then it needs to be daytime too, and you can just hide behind a tree and then it can't see you. There's no way of knowing you are up there.
Well, I guess later in the stages, but like in the early phase at the rune, people always expected you to be there.
Yeah, of course. But I just think it's cool that there's a path. I'm gonna go next picture, where you can
Too bad
see
it
that.
doesn't reach to the. Oh wait, if you Mirana arrow the dire mid from here.
What do you mean? If you can hit? No?
If it can go that far.
The arrow.
Yeah.
I think it can exactly reach. That's all.
That's pretty good because you not like, oh god, he's gonna walk a bit to the right and see me.
Oh yeah. But it's not the best way to set the arrow from as well.
No.
But it's a good way to, if you're radiant and try to arrow the dire guy, right?
That's what I meant.
Oh, I thought you wanted to arrow the dire. Oh, radiant. Okay.
No, the dire. The radiant seems way too far.
Oh, you can easily hit the dire one.
Yes.
Because you always, when you expect an arrow from there, you expect it to be able to see the person because he's standing on the ramp.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. That is a good spot because it's also pretty easy to get up there.
Yeah.
It's a good spot. I kind of think it's cool. Okay, I'm skipping all the pictures where you can see the Mirana walking out.
Yeah.
Now I'm in the top Radiant camp, or top Radiant offlane. Where they, instead of making this group of trees, they once again has made it more like you can actually use the trees to something more than just walk into them and maybe hide. Now you can actually walk through the trees. There's a path.
Yeah, like you could at the other side shop.
It makes it easier for the offlaner to sneak to buy some boots or something like that.
The offlaner could sneak boots at the other side, so
I think it's nice they try to balance both sides so you
yes,
get a more equal game instead of being like, we want Dire this time. It is better.
exactly.
Blah, 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 blah.
It doesn't need to be perfectly equal, but I mean it should have basic
Yeah.
things equal, or how to say.
Close to equal playing ground, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the next picture shows above, so basically the Dire can also walk through there. The only
It could lead
difference,
some. Yeah, go on.
the only difference is that the path like that for Radiant is that it doesn't actually. You can't come out from there. You can only walk down, and then that's it, right?
Yeah.
You can't actually walk out. Don't know actually if they changed that. I don't think so.
We don't have a picture of it anyway.
No. And the last picture just shows that you can go all the way through. In general, overall, I really like these changes. I think they're cool.
Yeah, I think it's a great improvement, and I love that we have another camp. I mean, when it gets late into the game, I feel like you clear the woods in like half a minute, then you wait 30 seconds for the respawn.
Yeah. Okay, that was terrain. Now we run through that.
Yeah. Heroes.
Okay, should we go like Avilex, Lantas, Tiro? Avilex, Lantas, Tiro.
Okay. Do that.
Yeah.
Alright, Alchemist. Greevil's Greed. Bounty Rune multiplier is scaled from 5 times to 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Well, it's just fair. I mean, it's way too strong at the moment. It makes him get a head start. That is a bit unreasonable. They made it so just they added it so he will get popular in pubs and pro games for that matter. And now he has been popular for quite a while. So I think it's a good rescale.
Do you think it's good he gets 6 at the end?
Well, I think by the time he gets that level, you should be more.
So level 7?
Yeah, you should on the other team be more cautious around the runes.
Well, I
But
mean,
the beginning, in the beginning, it's just way too strong to have 5 times the
yeah, I mean,
bounty rune.
I played a lot of Alchemist trying to go the Radiant kind of build. Basically, like you can go Quilling Blade, Stout Shield, and this get pulled through tangos, and then you get the rune and you have a bottle immediately because you have 200 gold left. You get 500, you get 700. It's ridiculous how strong it was getting 5 times. I think getting 300 gold is already like still like 100% worth it going for it. I think it's even a bit silly that it scales with the rune like that. That's just me.
I agree.
But I don't think it means as much. I mean, usually when would I have maxed Grievous Greed? I think like double 9 is when it's max because I go 1 Greed, then max Acid Spray, 1 in stun, 1 ulti. Then I start getting. Well, no, it's. Well, I guess level 10 is when it's actually max. Right? Yeah, level 10 it's max. And then it doesn't mean as much. I mean, you get like 30 gold more.
Yeah, and that's the bounty rune. You're always up in the jungle or at the lane or something.
But still, it feels amazing to find the bounty rune. I'm just gonna give credit to the last. I think it was 84, not 85, but 84. Wasn't? Oh wait, was it earlier? The one that added that there will always spawn 2 runes. Was it 83
no,
even?
83 hours.
Okay, 83.
I
Okay.
think so.
83 was a shit patch, but they still added the bounty rune, which was awesome. Because it's like, as an offlaner or as a support, it always feels good to go secure a rune. Because you're always gonna get a rune. Instead of just being left with nothing. And
Yeah.
I just want to mention it again because I still love it.
And the next one?
Bane. Movement speed reduced from 300.
No, I meant Avilex, read the Alchemist.
Oh yeah, fixed Scribble's Greed granting full gold during buyback gold penalty phase. It's more like, yeah, it's something that should be
Microphone muted.
fixed. So
Yeah, that was broken.
yeah.
Sorry. I take the next one. Bane, movement speed reduced from 315 to 310. Wow, that's a lot. You will notice this a lot, Avilex, right?
Yeah. I mean, the movement speed is quite substantial until the moment you get boots. So, I mean, there could be a lot of missed ganks for this.
Actually, I think the total movement speed in this patch will be like -10 because of the boost speed
you're
that
right.
we will read later. Oh well, Batrider base HP regeneration increased from 0.25 to 2.0. Flamebreak mana cost reduced from 140 to 110, 120, 130,
Microphone
140.
The thing about
So-
Batrider,
So it's 2 buffs,
yeah, it is.
and he has 2 HP regen. Pretty nice.
Let's form it like this.
And the flame break is more. Well, it costs less mana to use from the start. I mean, the big thing is probably the HP regen, but it's not huge.
It's not, but is viable again in both offline and mid.
Yeah. Okay, next. You go.
Okay, Beastmaster. Wild Axis no longer has unit targeting. Call of the
It's pretty
Wild.
nice.
Yeah, it is. And the Call of the Wild cooldown rescaled from 40 to 42, 38, 34, and 30. And that's a pretty huge buff when you max out the Call of the Wild, because that means that you get a lot of vision. You have 2 birds
Oh
up
yeah.
for a long time, so you can cover a large part of the enemy side.
It's gonna be annoying to meet, but I don't feel like I'm scared of this pick often.
Well, until he get his blink,
Okay,
not that scary.
I'll take Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
Bloodright cooldown rescaled from 29, 26, 23, 22, 30, 25, 20.
Bloodright is it the silence?
AoE thing, yeah.
Yeah.
The AoE silence. So you can put it down
Or
more
51.
times. So it's decreased on every level except the first one.
Yeah.
By 1 second.
It's just to give them a more like. I hate when they put these weird numbers. Like, why would it start on 26 or 29? I mean, just stupid number. 30 is a better number. But
Next one.
Then you're gonna
Bounty
love
Hunt.
the next one, Lantas.
Inada movement and attack speed reduction increased from 25% to 25, 27, 29, 31. You're welcome, Lantas. Okay. Not huge. Next one.
Brewmaster. Drunken Haze cooldown reduced from 8 to 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. And then Primal Spirit, dispelled magic damage to summon increased from 200 to 500. It is kind of big, actually.
it's a lot of damage.
But it's only
Yeah.
to summons.
Well,
Yeah, it
it's like Golem and Necrobooks and Wolves from Lycan and Treants from Furion and so on.
Primal
Still-
Spirit's
still okay.
dispelled magic cooldown reduced from 6 to 4. And Primal Spirit's Windwalk cooldown reduced from 7 to 5. And I mean, Brewmaster was kind of viable already, so I think we'll get more time in competitive.
He's very
Can we
specific.
say how much HP does the Necrobook have?
Necrobook. Oh god.
If we take 500 damage every time and we have 4-second cooldown, can we kill a Necrobook while we have our ulti up?
Oh, easy. Yeah,
Or a level 3 one?
yeah, easy. I think it's like
Oh.
really easy.
It's really nice because you don't need to take any damage because
mean-
of the spirits, right?
Yeah.
The ulti takes like, the ulti has like 16-second duration, something, right?
Something like that. Isn't it more? No.
Okay.
Isn't it 18?
Maybe.
Something like that. A split
Okay.
wind walk
Well,
cooldown. Is it the invis?
I think they
Yeah,
count.
I think it is.
they count as summons, right? The
Which one?
Necronomicons.
I think so.
It takes two. Well, it takes 2 dispel magic to kill them, and they have 900 health, I believe. The big one, the most tanky one of them.
Really?
Primal split duration of 15, 17, 19.
They both have 900 actually.
Okay. That's nice. So you can clear it with the panda.
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty fast also.
Can I take
Only
this
Next.
2
back?
seconds.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Go
my
ahead.
turn actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, there's a new Aghanim chapter for Vestavag. Yay!
Woohoo!
I love Aghanims. Nasal goo is no longer targeted. Instead, it applies goo to all enemies around you in 600 AoE when casted.
That is awesome.
And just to, I mean, basically you click the button and it flies out to every enemy inside, like of like 600 range. So it's actually, I think it's one of the better Aghanims because
Meet
he
your
is
Reaper.
gonna be in the center of the fight, and getting goo on one target is already really good. If you get it on everyone, because you're gonna
Yeah, you
spend
don't
that.
need even.
Hmm?
You just click less buttons now. You don't
Yeah,
need to
that's true.
target it or anything.
Yeah, you don't even need to use your mouse as much anymore. You just spam buttons, which is cool. And also
My
you
Noctitor is gonna love this.
you slow everyone, and you give minus armor to everyone. Plus you
Yeah.
still stack yourself with the charges. Loyalty. It's really good, and they reduce mana cost of the nasal goo as well. And Krill Spray has higher damage, so
Wow.
this overall pretty good.
I hope
DLC
we see him
meta
in
all over
competitive.
again.
Nasal goo was changed from 30 to 25. On Krill Spray max damage, that means when it has, is it max tag? Is that 4 or 3? 5. Krill Spray is 5 max, right? Yes. And that instead of being 400 damage, it's 450. So it's pretty damn good. Good
Yeah.
change. Good Aghanim too. Actually
Okay.
viable in this kind of hero.
Broodmother. Spawn spiderlings damage reduced from 75, 150, 225, 300 to 70, 140, 210, 280. It's not the biggest nerf.
No,
But
but it was fine though.
Yeah. But I don't really get why she gets a nerf. She's not played in competitive that much anymore.
yeah, I don't know. Go next.
Centaur Warrunner. Return damage increased from 30, 42, 54, 66 to 30, 45, 60, 75%.
He gets a buff again.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically return every time you hit Centaur and he has max return, it returns like 36 damage plus like, and then now it's 75% of his max strength, right? Or current
Yeah.
strength. So it's gonna return like a lot because he has like 3.7 or 3.8 strength gain as well.
As a support, you can't harass him out anymore. If you max that.
But it takes to level 7 to max it.
Sure, but it hurts anyway.
He
It's
already
just, I think
has,
it's good. I think it's good. I think
Yeah, I think it's good.
fine.
It's really good.
Fine. But I don't think he becomes broken for that reason. Though. Anyway.
It's gonna be really annoying though. I mean, you also need to take him down as a squishy carrier or whatever. And you're gonna get all your damage back. Oh,
Yeah.
not all of it. Whatever.
Next Tiro.
Cast Knight. Relative bonus damage increased from 60, 80, 100, 120 to 60, 100, 140, 180. So 60 damage more in level 4. This is awesome.
Yeah.
20, 40, 60 more. Basically. That's, I mean, I already think Cast Knight was pretty good, but I mean, the only
I
thing
thought
was.
so too. With the minus armor, he fucking melted everyone he hit.
But the issue with him is that he's not good at dealing with a lot of the characters that was popular in this patch, which is why he wasn't picked very much. Like, he isn't not good at dealing with PL. Not very good at dealing with SF, because SF can farm way faster than Chaos Knight, so basically Chaos Knight has no way of farming, so he needs to be aggressive, so on. I love Chaos Knight. I think he's so awesome. But yeah.
He's been getting buffs all the time since 6.82 actually.
Yeah.
6.81.
He's gonna be the new Lina, right?
Yeah, he's been so buffed. He's so strong right now. And he also had some play on the summit.
But everything had place in the summit, I think. Well, anyway, Chen?
Base strength increased from 20 to 23. Penitence mana cost reduced from 100 to 70. Penitence duration increased from 5, 6, 7, 8 to 8. Okay, so he's tiny bit tankier, has tiny bit more regen, has tiny less mana to use.
Gotta admit, this is a kind of boring buff. I think, as a 10 player, I don't think you're excited about actually looking at these changes, but rather the creep changes. Like
Absolutely.
the new
Yeah.
Draken and stuff, yeah. Clinks.
Agility growth increased from 3 to 3.3. Well, it's still team fight meta, so he won't do much.
Tiny change. There's a lot of these small changes everywhere.
Yeah.
The next bigger one, I guess, is the Clockwork one. A bigger one for Clockwork, at least.
Oh yeah.
Strength growth increased from 2.7 to 2.9.
That was big.
And then, well, it makes it more tanky. Nice. And then Power Cock now
It's not the
spawned a
big one.
circle rather than a rectangle.
Yeah.
That is just saying it. Hunt called it many years ago, even 5 years ago, if not longer. When they
Too fast.
made Clockwork in Hun, they made it a circle. Just saying. That's the very first thing they did. Here's for
I
Hun.
think I've seen that one actually.
It's called Pharaoh.
Yeah.
It makes a wall of mummies.
Crystal Maiden. Crystal Nova cooldown reduced from 13 to 12. Arcane Aura level 4 mana regen increased from 2.5/5 ally/self to 3/6. I'm sad they didn't implement the fake patch thing here. The Arcane Aura would give her an extra int every level or whatever.
Oh. Well, I mean, now she has 6 mana regen. That's like so ridiculous.
But still,
I've already
it's
thought 5 was so much. I mean, 6.
She still needs to wait before she uses mech in fights.
Yeah.
yeah, and the main problem about Crystal Maiden is one, she's squishy, one, she's slow, and the third is also that her mana pool is so awful.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, one spell, more than half of the mana pool is gone. Level 1.
Yeah. Okay. Daxia.
Yeah, base intelligence reduced from 27 to 25, and Iron Shell is now purgeable. I don't think it's still the same hero. It's not much
don't
change.
I think it means
I think
a
it's
lot
pretty
being
nice it's
purgeable.
purgeable.
Well,
No.
I mean, what purchase, if you think about it? Like, there's a purge creep that Doom can take, or you can take control of it, or you can use the official. Like, when are you that desperate to remove Iron Shell? It's just that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, it's very seldom you will use that. Use the fusel.
The only times I can see it is that if the enemy puts an Iron Shell on your ally, that now Photoshop will just immediately remove it when you use it on. That's the only reason I can see why, so you can now remove it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's kind of small, I would have to say.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that they didn't make fun of his vacuum nerf.
Yeah.
They didn't do the last patch either, did they?
No, I'm still disappointed. They should always just do something silly. Just add like cooldown of a vacuum is now 27.000, and the next patch is 27.0000. Just do that every time.
Can't you take away Iron Shell with BKB now? Or
I think you already did, right? Oh no, I guess you didn't.
no?
I guess I guess that also does it. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I think this is really nice. It might be underestimated, it might not do that much, but I think it's very nice.
Yeah. It just
I mean,
makes
you can, if you have an Omni Knight, you can like magic immune creeps to help your carry farm or whatever. I mean, it's a small change, but I think it's
that's
really
true.
nice.
If you want to go aggro lane and they have a Darkseer going off lane, you can just put an Omni against them. I mean, how much does the shield cost from Omni? Like 50 mana?
Yeah.
And Darkseer uses like 110 if he's like level 3. And 20 Iron Shield. I guess, actually. I didn't even think of that. Huh. That's interesting.
Oh well, that's all. Poison touch mana cost reduced from 100 to 70. That's pretty nice. Yellow gray cast point increased from 0.3 to 0.35, so clutch saves will be harder.
But very, very slightly harder.
Yeah.
0.03 or 0.05.
It's still something.
Go on.
Yellow gray mana cost increased from 140, 130, 120, 110 to 150 steady. Weave no longer provides 800 flying vision, now provides ground vision for the AoE of the ability for 3 seconds. Avilex, what do you think about this?
Well, poison touch, I don't think very much because you don't skill poison touch until like level 10.
I mean, it depends how aggressive you want to be. I like to see it first.
But generally you don't skill that. You get you max grave, you max heal, and then
You skip the thing entirely.
yeah, you could skip it and go stats. If you're low on money and so on. Well, Shallow Grey mana cost increased. I think the most important thing here is to get your mana boost quick, because if you don't have the mana boost, you won't be able to spam your heals and so forth. It's really important you manage your mana well now that it changes. But I don't think it's as a Dazzle player, I didn't really enjoy reading this, but I understand it. He's really strong in all parts of the game.
Can't this make you like try some new builds? Doesn't it feel inviting to try a new, like more go hit the other player than the just stay behind kind of player, you know?
Maybe,
because
but Poison Touch doesn't do that much really.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. Sure, it's a slow and a damage over time, but doesn't really do that much.
I think it does a lot, especially if you have level 2 and level 3, like before level 6 even. I think it can help setting up so many kills.
Well, it depends which hero you're up against. But
and now
I always prefer the heal. It makes so much difference in team fights, and the heal bomb itself is so big. I mean, I can one-shot support heroes if they go too close to the creeps. It's so strong, and same goes for Shadowgrave.
I mean,
Sure, it's a nice catch. You can get a value point in it early, but other than that, I would never skill Poison Touch until like, let's say, level 10. I'm more curious about the Weave. No longer
Microphone
provides
activated.
flying vision.
Hello.
What
Hello?
does hello?
Optical title.
Yeah, it now provides ground vision for the AoE of the ability for 3 seconds. What does that mean actually? Does it mean when I cast it on the cliff, I see the cliff and nothing else, or does it mean I see the ground beneath it?
it
What does
means
it
you
mean?
can't see flying heroes like Phoenix and stuff.
Oh, so that's why I can see Lena. I can see it. Yeah, they have to go the all leg strat. No leg strat. I mean.
I mean, I have no idea what difference this kind of makes.
Well, it means
I
I
mean,
think the largest difference is I think they don't want you to check rush with it. Maybe I don't know how it works, so we'll have to check that out when
Well, no,
the patch is out.
I'm trying
I
to
mean,
think.
the flying vision makes you see over trees, but you kind of put the weave on the ground, so you kind of should see between the trees anyway.
Yeah, you should. I'm a bit confused by what do you mean.
What
Basically,
do you mean?
basically, what does it mean for this? I mean, I know when they removed when the Bad Rider didn't get flying vision anymore. Instead, he got ground vision, right?
Yeah.
He was flying. It meant that you could see over trees, but ground vision means you can't see past trees, right?
Okay.
But I don't know what it means for something that has a circle. For that, it doesn't make sense.
We'll have to see, I guess.
It just means that you don't get a clear view of everything if there's a lot of trees. You can't see trees.
Or elevation.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's move on to Death Prophet.
Yeah. I take.
As you, Avilex.
Oh.
It's me. All right. Temporarily removed from Captain's mode, just like the other reworked heroes.
Due to hero redesigns.
Yes. Replaced Witchcraft with a new ability, Spirit Siphon. It creates a spirit link between you and the target, draining 20 plus 1, 1.8, 2.6, 3.4% of max HP per second, and slowing movement speed by 6, 10, 14, 18%. Last 4 seconds. Cast range 500, buffer distance 300. Has 1, 2, 3, 4 charges. 45 second replenish.
Wait,
Did you walk
it has
when
charges?
charging?
Yeah, it seems that we have charges.
Holy shit. Didn't
And a
realize.
unit can't be affected by multiple instances at the same time. Cannot target Roshan.
No, but I mean, you can link it 4 times while chasing someone. That's 16 seconds of total draining.
Mana cost is 70, 65, 60, 55.
What I'm understanding when they say buffer distance means you have to get in 500 range, but then after you have connected to them, they can buffer, like you can increase the distance between you and him up to 800. That's what I'm understanding.
Yeah, the patch is out, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm starting to download it now. Anyway, base movement speed increased from 280 to 310.
Because they took away the witchcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crit swarm cooldown reduced from 8 to 8765.
Same thing with the witchcraft.
Yeah. Silence cooldown reduced from 15 to 15, 14, 13, 12. And Exorcism Spirit increased from 8, 14, 21 to 8, 16, 24. Exorcism spawn rate decreased from 1 ghost per 0.1 seconds to 0.3 seconds.
So basically her ult has just gotten way worse.
Yeah.
So, because usually you would have like your witchcraft gives you like 9 ghosts or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it's really overpowered in the TI 4 meta.
Yeah, it's like when you hit, if you have full witchcraft and you hit like level 11, you didn't just have like 14 ghosts. You had 21 at that point or something. It was
It's really strong. I mean, there was nothing you can do about it when the ult was up. You just had to stay outside of the range.
So what are they trying to do? They're trying to make her more of a. Well, I guess they're trying to balance out the fact that her ulti was the only thing doing a lot of damage on her. If you didn't have ulti
Yeah.
ops, she was basically not very useful. But now you
And they want
can do a shit ton of damage to one person at a time. Wait, I guess you can have multiple instances of this draining going on, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
it seems so.
you can drain 4 people if you want to, right?
Yeah, seems to be like that.
And
Let's check out.
Well, no, but just since it says draining, I'm assuming C gets the HP.
Yeah,
Yeah. because-
she's like Pugna.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, C almost gets, I mean, 3.4% max HP. If you're draining just 2 strength heroes, you really, really hard to kill.
But the range is quite low, so you have to stay in the middle of everything.
But if you just have it connected to 1 or 2 people, staying at 800 range in a team fight is not hard. It's 800, right? Since it's buffer
No,
distance.
it's not 800. It's cast range 500, buffer distance 300.
Yeah, then I would assume that buffer, it means that that's how much you can expand it before it breaks.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think at least. Buffer distance. Buffer is when you increase something, right? Oh.
Yeah, it should be like that. It would be. It wouldn't make any sense. You're right. It wouldn't make any sense if it broke like immediately when you get it at 500 cast range.
It just breaks. I mean, Racer also has a buffer distance, right?
Yeah.
Because he can
That's
connect it and then they can start running.
Yeah, and Lion also.
Yeah. Okay. Is he heavily nerfed or is he okay buff? I guess we wouldn't know before we see how good that Spirit Siphon is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's changed.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just such a low mana cost that I'm thinking it might actually be pretty good for laning. Just have a level 1 of these is a lot of harassment.
It is.
Okay.
But I guess only to have a level 1, it's 70 mana for maybe 45 seconds. But I actually don't know.
Okay, I'll read the Doom one.
Yeah.
Temporarily removed from Captain's mode. Replaced level left with a new ability, Infernal Blade. Passive auto-cast ability. Auto-cast attack ability. Mini stuns for 0.3 seconds and applies a 4-second burn that deals 40 plus 1.25, 2.5, 3.75, 5% max HP as magic damage. Cooldown 16, 12, 8, 4. Mana cost 40.
Okay, I'm just gonna say immediately what I don't understand. Is what does passive / auto cast attack ability mean?
It means that you can activate it.
Yeah? No, but I mean, autocast means it's something you can have on automatically, right? But that's also passive. It means the same, right? But does autocast mean that I can choose if I want to cast it? Or I
All
can
the
choose
time.
to talk, or yeah, no.
Because it has a mana cost to use it.
I don't understand. What I think it is simply just, it's like, you know, like how searing arrows works? I can choose to
Yeah.
toggle it or not. I can
Yeah.
just use it manually. I think that's how, but it's just weirdly formulated when it says passive / autocast. It should be passive / cast. That's what makes most sense to me at least. So would you say
So he
Doom
can
is better?
interrupt every CP if he has a blink.
That's
all the
true,
time.
actually. It mini stuns. Yeah, you're right.
For 40 mana.
Do you think he's better or worse?
Worse.
I think
Because
this
he
is
won't
better.
disable Lincolns anymore. So he can't doom anyone with Lincolns.
Are you sure this doesn't disable?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a toggle.
passive
Yeah.
toggle.
Ah, that's true. So
Yeah,
he
but
needs to go
he
something.
also has the ability to get the creep thingy.
There's nothing that breaks Lincoln from Kree Sister.
Isn't there the net?
Oh, and the net, and then I
And the
guess the
perk?
purge stuff too, yeah. I guess. Huh. I think he's not the same hero, he's just more, he's not as yeah, I have my Doom ready, let's go kill someone. Now he actually just has a lot of damage to himself, because he drains max health, just by hitting people.
I mean, in this meta, I felt like he sometimes was more like a carry anyway, so having this kind of ability would fit this meta more. That's how I feel.
Does he
His
get
attack
better?
is...
Does he get better
Sorry.
at jungling because of this?
I think so.
I think so
Because
too.
it has a burn that deals 40 plus damage. I mean, his level death didn't really do much in the jungle. You didn't use it, but this you can.
You didn't even level it, I think.
Yeah, this is a passive that can't be triggered. Right?
Yeah, you can just use it if you want to. I mean, it's 40 damage in 4 seconds. That's a lot of damage from like one hit of like for 40 mana. But I guess Doom has a shitty mana pool even anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
And if he needs to use Devourer, Scorch Earth, and that, it's gonna drain him totally.
But that's why it's good it's a passive.
What do you mean?
Also. But because it's a passive.
No, but it still costs mana. Passive just means you can toggle it on so he always hits every time he's off cooldown, right?
But
That's
it
what
wouldn't
I'm saying.
say that it was passive / auto cast if it wasn't activated when it was passive also.
So what does the passive do?
Isn't the passive the same? Just that he can like activate it to be sure?
What?
Otherwise
That
I
wouldn't
don't
make
know.
sense. That wouldn't make sense. How I think is that you can basically it's toggle / cast. That would be the right terms to use if you actually right. Like the toggle one is the passive because it's always activated every time it's ready. So it's a passive basically, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense to ever use 40 mana on it. I think.
No.
Anyway, that's Doom got. I mean the Doom cooldown is longer, which I think is perfectly fine because Doom is actually really strong.
Yeah, base attack time increased from 1.7 to 2.0. Scorched Earth damage that heal reduced from 12, 23, 34, 45 to 10, 20, 30, 40. Scorched Earth movement speed from 16% to 14%. Doom cooldown increased from 100 to 125.
Pretty big nerfs.
I don't think it makes him bad, so no. I
He
still think
needed
he's
this.
still really like you still easily pick the hero.
His Scorched Earth was so strong. It
Okay.
needed something.
But let's agree on one thing. He's not first ban anymore, but he's not in Captain's War, I know. But he's still not like, oh, we need to ban this hero
No.
immediately. Like it could be a round 2 ban because you don't want to deal with the Doom still.
Yeah, but he's not OP strong. I don't know. I feel like there's other heroes I would prefer.
Like
If
I
he's not
still,
OP, then he's not scaling as a carry, and for an offlaner, I would like some initiator thing. I don't know.
okay, I'm gonna go Dragon Knight now. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon Blood HP regen increased from 2345 to 36912. Elder Dragon Form Thrust AoE increased from 250 to 300.
What the hell? 12
Same AoE as the splash damage.
12 region?
Yeah, I mean it's
Tranquil boots.
It skills like ridiculous now, and you still. I mean, it's not even like, oh, we need to buff this because nobody levels it. Everyone
They
levels
really
it.
want him to be picked.
Well,
I felt like he was strong already. Like seriously, he can kill so easily. Especially in his dragon form, he's so strong.
Yeah.
yeah, but maybe
Why?
maybe they just felt like. I mean, because he still lost mid because he couldn't sustain.
He lost me because he didn't level his fucking breathe fire.
No, 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 no.
Well, that's something I heard the other day.
Okay, draw reindeer. Avilex.
Added Scepter to draw reindeer. Marksmanship now causes her attack to splinter on the target and split into 2 arrows affecting 2 random units in a free 75 radius. The splintered arrow deal 50% damage each. Primary target still takes full damage. The split arrows act as normal attacks, carrying all attack modifiers. We Medusa now.
Do you think that's good?
I think it's good that
Well,
it gets the attack modifiers. I mean, with 100 damage more, I mean, consider it's 50 damage more on both targets. It's like if she used lifesteal, she would lifesteal
No, it's
so
not.
fast.
It's not 50% more. It's just the splinter arrows only deal 50% of the primary attack, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So from that 50 damage plus 50 damage, she would lifesteal 100 damage. She would not lifesteal 100 damage, like, because the lifesteal is like, what is it? 20%? Or is it less 17?
Basically, the life steals double.
Twice. Yeah.
I guess you can say that.
In that sense, it's pretty good, but I feel like it's a useless item to her that she would only get if there was an alchemist on the team.
yeah.
I just don't see any scenario where I want this. Maybe if they surprise pick a PO or something. I'm like, I guess this is like can be like my 6th item when I already have crit and everything I need.
But I still feel like I wouldn't want it, because I would want more damage and I would want my support to like set up for the real PL or something.
Yeah. It's like I don't understand why this is. It should do more if C should buy it, but I guess if it did more, an alchemist giving it to Joe was really strong.
Yeah.
I think sometimes they add agonyms just to give them an agonym, and they're gonna change them later if they're not bored enough. But it's also giving them agonyms, so they're basically giving agonyms to people buffs the agonyms for alchemists, and I think it's just to give alchemists some more options, I guess.
Yeah, and also for all random deathmatch.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't even think of that. I never played that.
I mean, buying eggs in that mode is so nice when you can do it because of the different ultis.
Okay, Earth Spirit. Enable Earth Spirit in Captain's mode. Intelligence growth reduced from
Oh,
2.4
no.
to 2.1. Boulder Smash stun AoE reduced from 200 to 160. Geomagnetic grip can now only pull allied heroes when using Scepter. So I think it's
So
fair.
you can't save your allies as easily unless you get farmed.
No, you can save.
If you kick them.
No. But what it's saying is that when you use ulti or you aghanim someone right on an enemy, you can't grip them and then kick them out. Basically, you could kidnap someone so easy because they're like standing in front of you. You use aghanim on
Instead
them.
of using it on enemies.
Yeah, now you can do it on an ally. Still drag them and then kick them out if they're dying.
Yeah.
It's just so you can't like kidnap people so easy and they just get separated so far away from the team and then die. I think it's okay. I think it's fair because I know pros are gonna abuse it like crazy.
Yeah.
And I think the stun AoE was also too big still because you can stun a lot of people.
2000 range, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, 1800, yeah, 1800 or something like that. 2000 is close enough, I guess.
It was so long.
He also had too much int for a strain hero. I think he had 2.1 is okay because he already goes for like mana boots and he goes for like veil already and stuff. So he's gonna get int automatically. So he just could spam too many spells too fast. And when it comes to like really good teams, what Earth Spirit does best is not killing people. It's basically messing up people's positioning, which means a lot.
Yeah.
So I think it's fairness.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I still think he's gonna be picked like crazy to next major. Just saying, I think he's really strong as support.
Irax.
Support him. Oh, okay. Anyway, Ella Titan, Sophia.
Ella Titan. Air splitter damage rescale from 35% to 30, 40, 50%. Air splitter mana cost rescale from 170 to 125, 175, 225. Air splitter's physical damage component is no longer reduced by damage block. Okay, so they changed this ulti a bit.
They, as they say, rescaled. No, they just buffed it. It is not a scaling. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
It's weird to call that a scaling. It's just a straight out buff. They almost doubled the damage. I mean, what the hell? It's like 50% of their current health. If you get that on a team that has full health, they all start with 50 health at the start of the fight, and you can disarm with Aghanim. I mean,
Is Air Splitter's...
ulti.
Is it physical damage?
It is. I think it's physical magical. It's one of those two things.
Didn't they change those things?
No, they just did so there wasn't anything that is called
Composite.
composite yet. Now it's just they have to make it physical magical because it goes through BKB as well. I think, right? Doesn't it? I think the damage.
If it's physical, it has to.
Yeah. Do you like
Okay, so it's not reduced by damage, bro.
I don't think he will get more popular, but
I always thought Illa Titan is a very good hero.
he
Just because
is.
of his
But
aura.
I don't think he fits competitive.
No, maybe not. I just think he's
He
good.
needs more setup heroes.
He's a good
Yeah.
offlane hero. I
Yeah,
always liked
sure.
him as offlane. And you can blow up any strength hero carry. No, wait, any Aggie hero. Because
Yeah.
they don't go armor items ever. Okay, Ember Spirit? Avilex?
Yeah. Fire Remnants no longer give vision.
That's
No,
a
same hero, it doesn't make any difference really.
I think it's fair. I mean, why should it? It should never have given vision. And I say that as someone that love Ember Spirit. Like I play it so much, I don't never think it should ever have given vision in the first place.
I didn't feel so either.
It feels stupid. I can put in Roche Pit and check when Roche is up, or if they're in Roche and something. It's just yeah. I didn't like it because if it costs mana to throw the remnant, it would make sense to give vision because then you already sacrifice something. But this is like free. You can throw it every like 35 seconds. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Enchantress. Enchantress cooldown reduced from 30, 25, 20, 15 to 30, 24, 18, 20, 12. Okay. I don't have much to say about this because
No.
I actually don't play Enchantress.
Won't make any difference.
No. Okay. Enigma. Tiro.
Enigma. Eidolon movement speed increased from 250, 250, 260, 260 to 260, 280, 300, 320. Malefice damage increased from 25, 40, 55, 70 to 50, 30, 50, 70, 90. Black hole cooldown reduced from 200, 190, 180 to 200, 180, 160.
I think
he gets 3 buffs.
I think the Eidolon one is the biggest one.
Yeah, because they don't die as easily now.
Well, they're not so derpy and they can actually reach people now and actually hit people.
Yeah.
I think
you can harass with it.
If you summoned them and the enemy just had boots, or not sometimes not even, they don't even need boots sometimes, just a normal like Vinron and stuff, you're just gonna run away from them. Okay, hey.
Or you're just gonna, yeah.
I think that's really fast. 320 is very fast compared to before.
Yes.
I mean, they get 60 movement speed. And the black hole is nice, it was way too long still in max level. There's even more reason to level it now.
It doesn't do much without it.
But people usually skip leveling black hole at all, right? Do they still do that? I think they do. Because the mana cost increased with... Used to be 150 or something, but now it increased with like 75. Anyway, I'm gonna take Void now. Oh wait, no.
Okay.
That's Avilex.
It's Thief.
Alright.
You take the Void.
Faceless Void. Temporarily removed from countless mode like any other remote hero. Replaced Backtrack with a new ability, Time Dilation. And Time Dilation is a skill that applies a debuff to all nearby enemies, 650 AoE, for 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds. Causes time to be frozen on all enemy abilities, causing their cooldowns to make no progress while they have this debuff. Slows movement and attack speed by 4, 6, 8, 10% for each locked ability. Cooldown 34, 28, 22, 16. Mana cost 50. It's a good
So his passive is removed by something that costs mana.
Let's just talk about that ability first. Do you like that ability or not?
Well, I hate backtrack because I have ulted him so many times as Lion and Lena, so and he has backtracked that. So it's an interesting skill. It makes him more versatile, versatile, and he can do more in the fights. I mean, he does his bubble and that's it mainly. If he hasn't killed the ones in the bubble by the time it runs out, he can get killed if he doesn't do the Bashlord thing.
However, his new time walk makes the Lena ulti useless anyway.
Yeah.
No, because if he dies from that ulti, he can't time walk. That's the big difference. Right?
Yeah, but if he survives.
I'm just saying, Han kind of did the same. Not exactly.
They were ahead of their
close,
time.
but just close. You want to hear what Han did?
Yeah.
Okay, they didn't do the thing with time walk, but they didn't like backtrack how it worked, because you shouldn't be able to block something entirely. Instead, you receive the damage, but if you didn't die from it and it procced,
Alright.
you will get the health back.
I remember
Plus
this.
a bit extra. So you
I remember
basically you
telling
could die to big bursts, but if you didn't die, you will get healed back, like if you procced. Which I think was a good middle ground of how, because that makes more sense, but still, I never liked backtrack. I didn't think it fit into Dota. It was just this one spell that just broke all rules of how things work.
Yeah.
Except the only thing that was really good was the silver edge that got implemented. But I think backtrack should work the same way that evasion works. True strike should go through backtrack, basically.
Yeah, this new skill, it will be quite annoying.
Yeah, I think
if you have like Lena or any hero with the small short cooldowns.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I think in the situation I set up immediately was that you counter initiate with your kernel, right? And immediately when you jump in and get the people, you also click your time dilation, because of course you have mana for it. It costs 50 mana. And then when they get out of the bubble, then they still don't have their spells ready at all, because, well, we have to wait 9 seconds for the immune to start refreshing. I think it's interesting. I think it makes it more of a team fight core than actually, I'm just going to farm all game and then have this unstoppable backtrack against other carries. I like it. I think
yeah, it will be very interesting. I'll have to check it out when we're done with this patch note talk. Anyway, Time Walk no longer slows units. Time Walk no undoes any damage taken in the last 2 seconds. That's what we're talking about earlier. Time Walk cooldown rescaled from 19, 17, 15, 13 to 24, 18, 12, and 6. Time Walk mana cost reduced from 90 to 40. Time Walk range reduced from 700, 900, 1100, 1300 to 550. Time Walk cost point reduced from 0.35 to 0.2. And yeah, he has a 550 range blink now.
I
More or
mean,
less, like an AR blink.
the nerfed range is not so good, but I feel like the changes of this ability is really interesting, just because of the undoing of damage.
how I look at him is that I don't think he's a carry in the same sense, is he? I don't think so.
No, he's an offlaner.
Yeah,
but maybe
he's
he can buy
initiator.
blink now.
Yeah, exactly. I think blink is actually gonna be pretty good on him.
Yeah.
Just because you can't reliably land a good chrono anymore without any movability item like Force Staff or Blink.
Yeah.
But still, Time Walk is very good. He's hard to kill if he doesn't get stunned to death.
Very interesting.
6-second cooldown. That's very low cooldown.
I
Yeah.
want to play this hero.
Okay, Gyrocopter. Cooldowns, first missile damage reduced from 250, 300, 350 to 220, 285, 350.
Not a major change.
Okay,
No.
I'm just gonna take the next one as well.
Okay.
The circle slot bonus are provided linearly from full until 10% HP rather than stepwise at 7% increments. Increments, okay, sorry. For Circle Blood's maximum magic resistance reduced from 42, 56, 70, 84% to 20, 30, 40, 50%.
Oh my god,
Dumpster
hallelujah.
tier.
He's like so bad. I can't even describe how bad the heroes has come suddenly. What does he do good now?
Nothing.
He's still good at being awful and disgusting.
They removed 34% resistance. He's not unkillable anymore. At 1% HP, right? You can kill him now.
Yeah.
Before he was unkillable.
Even with magic.
Yeah, you can even. I mean, before if he was at 1 health and you lean ulted, he didn't die, right?
And that
Yeah,
was
kinda.
stupid.
Yeah, it was. But he wasn't overpowered. But nerfing him doesn't.
Yes, he was overpowered.
No, he wasn't.
Fuck that hero.
Okay, sure.
Invoker. Invoker now starts with Invoke level 1 at the beginning of the game. Invoke now has the standard 6, 11, 16 leveling. Level 25 Invoker, since he is now missing an ability level, has an attribute point bonus ability that grants 6 all stats. 6 all stats. Huh.
That's a lot. But it's
That
level
is
25.
indeed a lot.
I
Oh,
think
that's-
it's very fitting. He has his ulti level 1.
Yeah.
He can actually do something at level 1 fight the runes with Cold Snap.
Yeah.
He can actually do
I
stuff.
mean, he was just waiting. Like, oh, everyone can use a skill except me.
I mean, at level 2 now, you can at least have 2 spells, right?
Huh?
I mean, that's nice. Okay, Avilex, you take the Tiro.
Yeah,
And the
base
cutter.
damage increased by 7. Hooray! He can harass any
He's
even
a
more
tank
now.
He's a tank.
Yeah, you just get boots from the start and just go around hitting people.
He already hit so hard with liquid fire.
Yeah.
Now he hits 7 damage more.
So much magical and now also physical early game. And
I
he
mean,
has a high. Doesn't he have a base armor that's quite high and quite high
He has
base
5,
base?
right?
He's a
Base,
fucking dragon. He should hit hard.
Yeah.
With
Let's see.
fire.
I'm gonna check actually. Yakiro.
You can say he to two people.
Oh, there's 2.
Unless you're finished
Yeah,
and you
he's
say half per day.
655 hit points at level 1.
He's
And
very
armor,
tanky.
2.4 armor.
Does he mean he can outlast hit people in mid now? Easier, even? With an talisman or something?
Yeah.
So
His auto attacks, his animation is quite awful though, and his range is not that good, but still.
But in mid, I mean,
Yeah.
he can stay on high ground and hit low ground still.
Yeah.
Okay, Keep of the Light. Chakromatic cooldown reduction increased from 2, 3, 4, 5 to 3, 4, 5, 6. Chakromatic buff duration increased from 12 to 15. Chakromatic now restores an increased mana capacity by 75, 150, 225, 300. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
really awesome. If you have full mana on a strength hero, and he puts this on you, you use a spell, you use less like percentage of your max normal mana pool, right? Isn't that how basically?
It has to work like that.
Yeah, it just makes, I don't know, it's just, I think it's nice. I like it. I'm a big fan. And also, you can, spells that 6-second cooldown now, if you make them also refresh basically. Yeah, I like Colin.
Okay, Kunkka. Added scepter to Kunkka. Show detail. Ghost ship now drags enemies within 200 AoE of it towards the crash site. It now starts from where you are rather than behind you. Lands in the same position it normally would have. Enemies are still able to perform actions while being pulled by the ghost ship. Question mark. It's similar to Drow Ranger's Gust knockback. So it's like kind of like a drag that you can do things while, or how to say, it doesn't cancel anything. It's just a knockback. So kind of. It's like yeah, you can TP while you're being dragged.
Yeah.
Or 4-step.
Yeah.
It's still very good. I think this is a good agonim, honestly. I mean, hitting people with a boat in a teamfight is big.
I think it's good, but Kunkka is still not about the boat.
There's been very much experimenting with Fort Kunkka, right? With like Yule's Blink and stuff. I think so.
Yeah, but it's not a 4K item support Kunkka.
I guess not. Still feels very good to me.
I mean, it feels good, but it's also like I think that the way I would appreciate the boat mostly as a support is for the rum and for the decreased damage you take. You're not super about if you hit the boat even if you support, because the buff for your allies are the biggest thing, and it doesn't go through BKB for the enemies either.
No, I guess not. Right, there's more.
Torrent now gives your team vision over target area immediately upon cast rather than just when triggering. That's really nice. So you can like put it in roll speed and not wait.
Yeah, you can see
Tidebringer,
immediately.
yeah. Tidebringer is now an auto-cast ability, will only trigger if turned on or cast directly on the target. Tidebringer damage bonus increase from 20, 35, 50, 65 to 25, 40, 55, 70. Tidebringer AoE rescale from 500, 500, 500, 600 to 450, 500, 550, 600. So it ends at the same number anyway, it just goes a bit lower in the start.
Yeah.
Ghost ship mana cost reduced from 150, 200, 250 to 125, 175, 225.
I'm wondering if this is the buff Kunkka needs to be viable and competitive.
Maybe there's a carry. Like the fact that you can actually keep your lane back and still level Tidebringer. It's very big.
Yeah.
I think that's extremely good. You can control when you actually want to use it.
I agree.
Sometimes you just want to go hit the creep wave and like push, but you don't want to use your cleave because you want to be sure to actually hit that on people. Okay, Legion Commander.
Yeah.
Avilex.
Moment of Courage cooldown reduced from 2.7, 2.1, 1.5, 0.9 to 2.6, 2.0, 1.4, 0.8. Legion Commander's Scepter now makes you and your target immune to all damage unless the source is between the duel participants. Legion Commander's Scepter duration is now 4.75, 5.5, 6.25. And I think I like this change because the old Scepter upgrade was really gimmicky and didn't serve any purpose really. So
What? I mean,
I really like this kind of change.
I think the scepter is way more situational now. than the last one. I mean, the last one could be really good in many different situations, especially if there's a tanky hero that you need a lot of time to kill. It could be so nice to have your team help and kill that hero, but now you can't have your team helping kill a hero. You have to do it all by yourself.
But I actually think the Aghanim before was the worst Aghanim there was in entire Dota. I don't think there was a worse Aghanim. Mention one thing that's worse. Well, I know it's hard to just say that because there's a lot of Aghanim.
Maybe the Lifestealer Aghanim?
That just felt more useful.
I think making the duel go on forever is useful.
I think it's better now, but still not good enough.
I think it's way more situational now. I'm not sure if it's better or worse. It's just more situational to me.
It's what I see it now is that now you can go it if you're snowballing hard and you have damage items. Where before you would just not want to go it. Because you're gonna kill them before the time ran out.
Yeah, but if you have a hard time if it takes a long time to kill a tanky target, if you want to duel anti-mage and he's really tanky, but you know you can kill him in 10 seconds, the Aghanim does good because he can't blink.
But then you might as well just have gone more damage instead of the Aghanim and then killed him faster, the tanky guy in the duel.
I don't think the Aghanim was useless.
I thought it was really bad.
But you know what I think is good. No.
Oh, you're lacking out. Oh, I'm lacking out. Sorry.
Hello?
I'm lacking out.
Yeah, I hear both of you.
Hello?
Okay?
Hello.
Okay, it was because my Dota started updating itself. My bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello. I hear you.
Can I say my pun now?
Yes.
Sure.
The good thing about new Aghanim is that no one can kill steal your duels.
That's true. You can even
done.
even last hit people. Like just before they die. You're like, duel! My kill!
Yeah, but disables has to work though. I mean stunts and so forth. Just no damage.
I guess you can still stun the person, yeah. I guess you can also mech the person still. You can still, yeah. You can give armor to people. You can make. I guess like if another person has I guess you can still like put a Scatty and Desolator buff on the person. Should be right. It's just damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I guess so.
Let's move on.
Yes. Lifestealer. Rates, attack speed bonus increase from 30, 45, 60, 80 to 50, 60, 70, 80. Thank you, Icerock, for the nice numbers. He didn't change them something weird. Speed damage and lifesteal increase from 4, 5, 6, 7% to 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 71.5%. Infest cooldown reduced from 100 to 175, 50.
Well, Icerock wants this hero to be played. I don't think he will be played this patch either. He's
I thought he was
slow.
going to be played last patch though, but he still didn't get paid. Well, Dota was totally with me on it though, on the lifesteal, but it didn't work, so I guess.
I like the infest cooldown reduction because I think it's a pretty lackluster ulti and
in late game especially. Like when you
yeah.
hit level 16, you're like, why can't I not spam this ulti more? It doesn't do that much damage and don't get that much health for me.
Exactly. So
yeah, I can follow you on that.
Could work in some niche situational lineup maybe, but not like the Loda lifestealer we saw after TI.
Okay.
Lion?
Sure.
I was just thinking of other Aghanims.
So
maybe the Vengeful. The Vengeful would probably beat me too. bad dagger names.
Yeah, now, but not the change we're gonna see. I think it's way better. So
Yeah.
it's much better now. Anyway,
Okay.
we'll see that.
Lion, Earth Spike, mana cost reduced from 100, 120, 145, 170 to 100, 120, 140, 160. Earth Spike duration increased from 1.02, 1.52, 2.02, 2.52 to 1.1, 1.6, 2.1, 2.6. Mana drain reduced cooldown from 20, 15, 10, 5 to 16, 12, 8, 4.
Thank you, based Ice Rock.
No, I love that 1.02.
Yeah.
I mean,
I really like the reduction also because his mana pool is really limited, especially in the beginning of the game, and you can't really max Earth Spike if you want to have some sort of follow-up to your first spell. And even though you have the mana drain, it kind of sucks. Pun not intended on level 1.
I
So
think
Lion is such a
better.
strong support though. I mean,
yeah,
even small buffs to him, I don't know, they feel almost redundant because he is so strong.
I think it's fine to
To
go
me.
on this.
yeah.
Just because I mean, Lion, I think was really good before 84, before Lotus Orb. But ever since Lotus Orb been implemented, I don't think he's as strong because you can just remove the hex. The thing that's really good was that he has inbuilt hex. I don't know. I at least I see that a lot when I played scrims against Lion. We would just get one Lotus Orb because Lotus Orb is always good.
Yeah, I love
then
Lotus Orb.
You can just immediately remove a hex. He hacks you, boom, gone.
Do you think that we could change?
No,
I mean, it's
I think
like
that's intentional.
it's a pretty deep purge for something like that.
Well, I think it's intentional because it still costs like 4k, right? 4.6 or something. Fine, doesn't it?
Is it really 4.6? I don't feel like it's that expensive. It's 1004 plus 2 rings.
85 plus 1400 plus what is the recipe? Like 600, right? Okay, it's 3800, I guess.
Is it 900 maybe?
Oh well, it's 4.2 or something then.
Yeah. I can see it going to 4,000, but not 4.9
I
or
think
6.
it's because hex needed a hard counter is some sense because it's the only thing that
It's
didn't really
true.
have a. Well, I guess diffuser blade can remove it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I never used the views on
But
it.
doesn't it purge it? I guess it does, right? You can use an allies and purge their things. I actually don't know.
I
You
have
know,
never done that.
Avilex?
Have you done that?
Avilex?
Lantas.
Sorry.
Have you ever used diffuser to purge a hex?
Can't you? I'm actually not sure. Can you purge
Have
your
you
own
done
allies?
it?
No, I don't.
Have
No, I haven't.
even the genius?
Avilex, do you know if someone is hexed, can you use diffuser blade on your allies to remove the hex?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
That's why I
It's
don't
I
see
don't
why
just
you
feel like
shouldn't.
that.
You
it's
can
a
target allies.
debuff just as anything else. So it
Why haven't
should
I
be.
seen it ever?
Well, you don't get diffusal blade unless you have a PL or
Yeah.
like a Naga Siren
But
or
it's
anything like
stupid
that.
if they have a bunch of hexes. Diffusal is cheaper.
Yeah, you might no, but it don't have unlimited charges and it doesn't reflect other spells.
And
It has
if you're the one
like
who carries the diffusal, then it doesn't matter.
I think Lotus Orb is a good addition to the game. I think Glimmer Cape is a bad addition to the game.
I mean,
It was
Free
so OP
Lotus
when
Orb.
they added it. Really, the people just disappeared. There was no animation and nothing whatsoever, and the range was so ridiculous. Well, anyway, Lone Druid.
You want me to take it?
Sure.
Okay. It's removed from Captain's mode and replaces Synergy, this passive thing between him and his spear, with a new ability called Savage Roar. Savage Roar causes enemies in a 325 AoE around you and your bear to run away with 20% movement speed bonus for 1.2, 1.6, 2, 2.4 seconds towards their fountain. Cooldown 25 or 28. 24, 20, 16. Mana cost 50. Note, an entangled hero will not be able to move still. Spirit Bear also has this ability, but the cooldown is shared with your hero.
So it doesn't matter which hero unit kinda you press.
Yes. And just to explain it, if someone is chasing you and you're running towards your Radiant base, right? You use this and they're hugging you, or in range of it, you or your bear. They will just literally turn around and start running like crazy towards their own fountain.
Exactly. It's
That's
like
how
you forcing them to run
Yeah.
instead of
But
allowing them.
I think this ability is really bad and it doesn't fit in on Lone Druid. What
Yeah,
is
it
good
seems
about
a bit
this?
weird.
What is good about it?
Well,
But I guess
it's just
it-
ambushes. It's good in ambushes, but otherwise it's pretty bad.
Yeah, but they need to get pretty close for it to be
Yeah.
good.
I don't see why this is a... Was this what he needed? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
What he needed was an inbuilt Aghanim.
Okay. I don't think he needs this. I don't see the good of this. The only thing good about this is that you don't have to level it anymore because the bear already gets really good passively by leveling it. That's the only thing positive. But I guess it's a new form of escape. They don't want to give him a leap or something or movement speed because you have that in rapid. But I guess this is like they're going on my bear. I need them to back off. I can use this on my bear. I guess they
That's true.
I guess that's because often if you're split pushing with your bear or something, you can use it. Or if they're almost killing it, you can just use it and then actually blink out because, well, the chance of them actually hitting it, getting enough time to hit it. Doesn't it take 3 seconds before you can TP it?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
I guess in that sense it's okay. But I mean, that's only against melee heroes. Ranged heroes is just, you have to run up to them and do it then.
Yeah.
I guess it's okay. I don't think it's good, but I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Just because now you actually also get to level your bear and rapid. If you just have one level in this. Anyway. Spirit Bear attack damage increased from 33 to 35, 45, 55, 65. That's a big change.
Yeah, it is.
That's a shit ton of damage. So far. Spirit Bear movement speed increased from 320, 320, 330, 340 to 320, 330, 340, 350. Rapid duration increased from 10 to 18, 22, 26, 30.
Oh, shit, that's a lot.
Long ass duration.
Yeah.
Rapid movement speed increased from 5, 10, 15, 20% to 10, 15, 20, 25%. True form health bonus increased from 250, 400, 600 to 300, 600, 900. But overall, just he's better by leveling Rapid and Spirit Bear. Like, it's very good to level that.
Yeah.
And then I can understand why. Then Savage Soul, I mean, what does he need? He has a lot of offensive things. He's very tanky and stuff. So the only thing he really needs when he has Rapid and the Bear is that thing to make people back off if he's in danger. Yes. I guess. Yeah. I like it, actually. I don't think it's too bad.
It will be interesting to see.
Luna.
Yeah.
I think it will be fun also to see it.
Tiro,
Luna.
Tiro.
Me?
There. Yeah, go ahead.
You're
It's
the
your
Luna.
hero.
You're the Luna. Listen.
Okay. Our rate increased from 0.4 to 0.6. That's not nice. Eclipse Scepter Beam interval reduced from 0.6 to 0.3. So she gets the ulti out faster?
No, well,
That's
it's
nice.
the interval between the beams.
Yeah.
It doesn't cast it faster.
No, but they come out faster, like boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
instead of
that's so
boom,
true.
boom, boom.
So they go boom, boom, boom instead of boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect demonstration.
Okay. Avilex. Lycan.
Alright. Lycan Wolves and Shapeshift no longer grant critical strike. Lycan Wolves now gain cripple at level 2, granting a 20% chance to cripple the target, causing it to take 8 damage per second and lose 40 attack speed for 4 seconds. Shapeshift now grants all units under your control a 40% chance for a 1.4, 1.6, 1.8 times critical strike.
So they kind of moved the critical strike ability.
And then added
Yeah.
something else to the wolves. Do you like this?
I
Well,
like it.
I don't really know what's good on Lycan. I never play Lycan, so I don't
Okay.
really know how it is changing.
I'm just gonna.
I mean,
I'm gonna. Okay, you go first. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I feel like the wolves before there wasn't really a point in harassing people unless the wolves were like running after a hero to like finish them off. They could do that, but like as they change it now, there's a point in harassing heroes with them because they can take damage and lose their attack speed. Is
Okay.
how I feel.
Can I
Yeah.
try to say something?
Yeah, sure.
You can
Just
try.
shine some more lights on this crippling thing. What made Lycan bad?
Well,
Okay, okay.
I
I'm just
don't
gonna
really
say
know
He
actually.
had no
the thing
escape.
they did so the wolves wasn't very tanky, so he couldn't jungle anymore, right?
Yeah, sure, sure.
He couldn't jungle at all. Like he's really bad at jungling. He's a bit better, but very bad. Still, he has to lane, and that's not what Lycan wants. But I think now, since because of cripple rules 40 attack speed, having two wolves attacking with 20% chance is a pretty high chance of it happening, right? And I mean, getting
Yeah.
level 3 on Lycan is not hard. You can do that.
Yeah.
So I think it makes him able to jungle again.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
40
Yeah.
attack speed is a lot for 4 seconds. The chance
Indeed.
of it happening again in 20% chance
Yeah.
is big. So I think it's another way of making him able to jungle. That's what I
Alright.
think.
Yeah. Yeah. But still bypassing the armor in question. Like I mean, when he got the armor, he was able to jungle again. That's last time when it was really popular. Anyway, should we move on, Magnus?
Is it me?
Yeah,
Edit you.
go ahead.
Okay. Add a scepter to Magnus. Changes empower to be an ally hero aura. Effective rated heroes for half value and causes them to deal splash damage around the target in a 200 AoE. Can still be cast on units, but does not stack. I think this Aghanim is super good. Honestly, I know that usually you will like. I mean, often I sit in the situation and go, you always want to get mana boost and like blink, and then you get force stab usually. But after that point, you have like 3 directions. You can like refresh her, you can go BKB, or now you can go Aghanim. I think Aghanim a lot of times is very like if you have 2 right-clicking cores like SF and then like Juggernaut and Safely and something, you can go this easy. And
What about Chivas, by the way?
you
You
can
don't
go
go
Shivas. Yeah, of
Chivas?
course you can go Shivas, yes. But I just think Magnus is one of those heroes that doesn't rely, like he doesn't care that the stats are not that good. He gets mana from it, he gets health, which is good. He gets armor too. Plus having an aura, I mean, your rated hero can splash. That's broken. I think that's good. I think this is a very good Aghanim. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's actually something he can go. It's good.
I think you're a better Magnus player than me.
That doesn't tell me if you think it's bad or good.
I trust you.
I also think Nax was gonna be good in this patch, but you're shit. So I mean,
Did I really?
what about you, Avilex? Do you think it's good or bad?
Well, I initially thought about it as a pushing strat item. But now I really don't know. I mean,
I think
sure.
I think it's a mid game to late game item. I think it's something you get after you got all your things because you usually want to go Magnus with things that cleaves, right?
Yeah.
And having everyone get it, I think it's very good.
It's such a low cooldown though on the power.
Yeah, but the cleave
late game.
doesn't work on ranged heroes.
Sure.
And I mean, having an SF that can cleave, how often wouldn't you wish that when you hit 3 people in a reverse, that the SF that did a 1400 crit, that actually splashed on everyone?
Well, when you put it like that,
I'm just saying, that actually happens more frequently than you think.
yeah.
That an SF gets really found on a Magnus team.
Alright,
Oh, yes.
The rest-
3 other points.
Skeever distance increased from 750, 900, 1050, 1200 to 900, 1000, 1100, 1200. Skeever slow reduced from 40 to 25, 30, 35, 40%.
You said Shiva slow.
Skeever. How do you say it? Skeever.
You were.
Fewer.
Skeever. That's how it's Skeever. Skeever. Okay. Third race increased from 2.5 to 2.5, 2.75, 3, 3.25 seconds. Okay, I think it's okay to balance that spell. I don't think it's... I mean, 40% slow in level 1 is a lot. I think it's
Yeah.
okay. I think reasonable scaling.
It's like the boar, the Beastmaster boar. It's like 30%.
I think it's okay to scale things. I think it's... I don't see any reason not to.
Yeah.
Because he levels it anyway. Medusa. Tiro.
Medusa. Mystic Snake no longer increases mana steal per jump. Mystic Snake mana steal is now 11, 14, 17, 20% of total mana. That's a lot.
Yeah.
20% of total mana.
And he gets it back too.
This guy's gonna be
Holy
sad.
crap.
I fucking hate
He
Mana
loves
Snake.
skilling Mystic Snake and go on a solo lane somewhere on the map.
Why is he sad? That is still small mana now.
No, it's gonna be happier.
No longer increases mana steal per jump.
Yeah, but it's 20% every time.
It's just always 20%,
Oh,
no
okay.
matter what hero.
I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So now you don't need... You can just throw it, like if you... Let's say if you're laning against the person, you can just throw it at him to start off so you know you hit... Oh, I guess it doesn't increase the damage then. Right? Doesn't it increase damage per jumper too?
Yeah.
No, I guess
well,
that's the
don't
mana
know.
steal. It's the mana steal that does. It's because it's like mana burn. So I guess it always does a shit ton of damage.
It does.
Yeah.
That's good. Even though I hate Mystic Snake, I think it's stupid spell.
Yeah, it is. I tried to lane against it. It's horrible.
Okay. Meepo.
Double damage no longer. Or maybe it's your time. I don't know.
It's you.
Yeah. Double damage no longer affects all Meepo units. And I didn't actually know that double damage did that before.
It did, and it was silly.
Yes.
It was very silly.
Yeah, so
I can't
think
make a movie about
it's
this.
just a hot fix, more or less. I
What?
think it's much
A
more
hot
balanced
fix
now.
for several years
Yeah,
delayed.
No, I think it
Yeah.
was intentional though, but...
I think so too.
Yeah, well, I think it's more balanced as it is now.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's I don't think there's much more to say about it.
Mirana. Attack rate
Mirana.
increased from 600 to 630. Sunstorm radius increased from 625 to 650. Sacred Arrow now instantly kills the first unit it hits if it's a non-ancient creep.
That's
I'm
good.
just saying, support Mirana is it's just getting way more legit like every patch.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't
she
know,
can jungle now.
more range. You can play Mirana and be like, well, I need XP, so I'm just gonna take this. You can just, I mean, a centaur camp is easy. You can easily kill the small one, but there's the big one that's a trouble. You just arrow it, boom, insta dead. And then you kill the small one, and then you're level 2. I mean, you can. I think it's awesome, and more range is awesome. More range to Starstorm radius is
Lina,
awesome.
the Lina treatment.
Yeah, I like it. Okay,
Morphling.
Yeah.
Adaptive Strike. Base damage increased from 50, 60, 70, 80 to 100 steady. Adaptive Strike mana cost reduced from 100 steady to 190, 80, 70. Morph rate increased from 2, 4, 6, 10 per second to 2, 4, 8, 16. Morph now shifts in intervals of 1 rather than 2. This change does not affect rate of change, just smoothness. Hybrid cooldown reduced from 140 to 120.
Well,
I think it's okay.
I think it's pretty okay, and I think he's more leaning towards the off lane morphling, support morphling with the adaptive strike buffs.
Yeah. I think it's good. I don't see anything bad in this. I mean, they would touch on other things if they wanted him to be carry. I think.
Yeah,
Not on this.
absolutely. And he farms too slow.
Yeah. Okay.
Naga support is coming back.
Yeah,
Avilex,
base
go.
intelligence increased from 18 plus 1.95 to 21 plus 2.0. Yeah,
Okay.
support Naga's coming
Notice
back.
profit.
Yeah.
Base intelligence increased by 4. Treant damage increased from 28 to 32. This means greater treant damage increased from 84 to 96.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
4 damage.
Necrophos base armor increased by 1.
Wow.
That's huge.
Wow.
Wow. Unkillable.
Alright, Night Stalker. Void slow at night reduced from 4 to 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4 seconds.
I feel like it's the silent that's the problem though
I
against
think
him.
this is a. No, I mean it doesn't. It's not even a. I don't think it's gonna change anything. I mean, you max that thing anyway.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Sonya support is gonna mean a tiny bit, but not much.
But then again, 4 second slow at 4 minutes, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, I guess.
Next
Next.
Me, right?
Yeah.
Nuke's impale duration increased from 1.27, 1.77 to 2.27 and 2.77 to 1.6, 2.0, 2.4, 2.8. Spike carapace cooldown reduced from 23, 20, 17, 14 to 22, 18, 14, 10. That's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for removing those stupid ass numbers.
Yeah. I'm quite
It's
surprised
like-
he isn't played more actually, because his Aghanim's update is. His Aghanim's buff is quite ridiculous.
It's just about finding farm for him, I
He's
think.
okay
Yeah.
in offlane. I think he's okay in offlane, but he just didn't do what you need in this patch because there's a lot of. You need people that could either jump or be very aggressive, and I don't think Nyx is a very aggressive hero like Night Stalker or can jump like a Clockwork or Tusk or I don't know. You'll probably see something someday, right?
Yeah.
I think they're taking a step into the pleasing Lantas because they're adding so much even numbers in this patch.
Okay.
Okay, Ogre Magi. Base health region increased from 2.5 to 3.5. Yeah, really good.
And I just keep buffing that base region.
Yeah. He's a tank
I mean,
now. Just go in with overwoman
Okay.
and you will get kills.
he's supposed to be in the fight. He's
Yeah.
a big ogre.
Sure.
Stupid ogre.
Okay,
Who
Oracle.
said that?
I don't really play Oracle, and I don't think the only thing I can say is that his false promise is very bad compared to what it was before.
Yeah.
Avilex read.
Do you really have to
Okay.
read all this?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Enable Oracle in Captain's mode.
Woo!
Fate's Edict cooldown will scale from 12 to 16, 13, 10, 7. Fate's Edict duration rescaled from 3, 4, 5, 6 to 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5. Fate's Edict cost range rescaled from 700 to 500, 600, 700, 800. Fortune's End mana cost reduced from 130 to 110. Fortune's End can now target allies. Question mark. Does not root or hurt the ally, but purges and applies the effect in the area. False Promise no longer continuously dispels after initial cast. It previously continuously removed all debuffs, including stuns. False Promise duration increased from 6, 7, 8 to 7, 8, 9. False Promise cooldown rescaled from 80, 60, 40 to 90, 60, 30. Falseborn's mana cost reduced from 200 to 100. He does a lot of magic burst damage. A lot. But I don't think his ult is that good anymore.
It was good because you couldn't stop the damn hero. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't stun him.
Good.
But I still
Okay.
think pros can use this very efficiently, honestly.
Did he get a lot more damage, did you say?
No,
Not
he has a lot of magic damage already. I don't think it's just the range and cooldown changes. But he does so much magic damage, it's sick. Oh well,
But
Outworld
he
Devourer.
doesn't. I mean, he has really weird skills. He's not like a normal support who stuns and sets up things. He's like, he needs vision and charging, channeling time to do things.
Yeah.
And his ulti is also, yeah,
Right.
I don't know.
OD.
Oh.
Right?
Oh dear.
OD. You? I don't want to do
It
this.
is you.
I don't want to do this one.
Yes, you do. Your favorite.
Okay. Outworld Destroyer. Rework
Devourer.
how Astral Imprisonment works. Astral Imprisonment now deals damage to enemies in an area around the target when it ends. The target itself will take damage if it's an enemy. Deal 25, 150, 225, 300 magic damage. Affect a 400 area. You are only hurt once by this area, which I know. No longer steals intelligence. Can now be targeted on creeps.
You couldn't misclick on creeps? I didn't know.
But how should you? You can't steal anything.
Or maybe you don't want to.
So
hit them.
no more 13
Oh.
mana boy.
No. Astral Imprisonment cooldown will scale from 18, 16, 14, 12 to 20, 17, 14, 11. Astral Imprisonment cast range will scale from 500 to 450, 500, 550, 600. Astral Imprisonment duration increased from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 4. Essence Aura AoE reduced from 1000 to the standard 900 Aura radius. Arcanorb now steals 0, 1, 2, 3 intelligence per hit for 40 seconds, heroes only. Outworld Devourer intelligence growth reduced from 3.3 to 2.7.
If you make Winter Wyvern hit Odie's teammate, does he steal from his teammate too? It doesn't say only enemies.
I doubt it.
It would be funny.
But I kind of like this change. I think it makes him able to. I mean, I know he could farm, but that was like single hit farming. But now he can farm a stack easier. He can. I mean, it's an AoE.
Why can he
so
farm a stack easier?
because he uses this on a creep and it comes out and does 300 damage in AoE. Right?
Ah.
He can also push a lane easier. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool change. I think it makes me enjoy the hero more instead of it just being annoying and toxic in the lane.
Yeah.
I know that I can still steal intelligence, but it's not. It's still a really annoying harassment because you can't last it for 4 seconds every time, and then you come out and take damage.
So would you rather? You wouldn't rather skill Arcane Orb in the beginning because it takes a lot of mana to use it anyway, right? You still want the Astral Imprisonment for the damage and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how this is gonna affect it, but I hope it's cool. I find it strange to haven't removed this from Captain's Book.
The question is it disgusting enough for Disco?
I don't think it likes the instill.
Yes, he does. He likes it because
yeah, he
it's
likes
dirty.
but he doesn't like that it's been removed. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but it's not removed. It's just moved to another ability, kinda, and gets into the game later in a later stage.
I guess.
But then you can also steal a lot. Because if
Yeah.
you hit pretty fast, then you steal 3 every time.
Alright.
Random assassin.
Base intelligence increased from 13 plus 1 to 15 plus 1.4. It's an buff that was needed, but it won't make Phantom Assassin any more viable dispatch.
Yeah, she will be put more mid. More daggers.
Well, there's other changes in this patch. We'll get to those later.
Turn rate increase. Oh, that's no.
Okay, Phoenix, sun rate, turn rate increased from 20 to 25. Supernova damage per second increased from 60, 80, 100 to 60, 90, 120. Buff.
I think it's cool. I don't know what to say. Illusory orb. Banner cost reduced from 150 to 80, 100, 120, 140. How do you say it? Illusory?
Yes.
Illusory orb cooldown
Yeah.
increased from 11 to 14, 13, 12, 11. Warning Rift cooldown reduced from 16 to 16, 15, 14, 13. Warning Rift now no longer only silences heroes. That means you can silence chain creeps and so on.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It means that you can last every orb better in early. I think it was pretty shit to throw the level 3 and so on to last it because it was a shit ton of mana.
Yeah.
Now you can throw it for 100 mana. Save 50.
Lantas, can you read the next one too?
Yes, I will read this one. Freaking love this hero. Rework Scepter on patch. Reduce cooldown of Meat Hook to 4 seconds and increase damage from 360 to 435. Note, no longer grants previous Scepter bonuses. Dismember damage from 75, 125, 175 to 60, 90, 120 plus 30, 40, 50% of strength. So basically the old Scepter.
Yeah.
Dismember now heals you for the damage it does. Still the same as the old Scepter. You just always have it now. Dismember is like super good now. I know they remove 15 damage over 1, but you do your strength and damage, like it's your strength hero.
Yeah.
And plus, the Aghanim is still super good to go after. 4 second on hook.
It's insane, the pure
does,
damage on that one.
Yeah, that almost does 500 pure damage. I mean, what? Finally,
That's ridiculous.
my 430 game of putts will finally be worth it.
Yeah, I think he might even be viable to be played even more in competitive.
Yes.
I think
so.
this might be the change that they were waiting for.
4 seconds.
No, but just the December, when you hit level 6, you can kill people. And you heal yourself.
Yeah.
So the time you spend on like rotting people and like fighting with them, you just eat them and then you have a lot of health again. I think it's super good.
Yeah.
I am so hyped for playing putts. And good thing I didn't sell my Dragonclaw hook.
Alright, Pugna. Decryptify no longer slows allies. Okay.
Cool.
That's
I
good.
like that. I
Yeah.
think Pugna is perfectly fine. I think actually he has a lot of things. The only thing was it was hard to save an ally with Decryptify because you just slow them.
Yeah.
Just a more painful death. That's all.
I'm not sure if he needs more to be viable.
Yeah.
Scream of Pain. Scream of Pain damage reduced from 85, 165, 225, 300 to 75, 150, 225, 300. Sonic Wave travel speed reduced from 1100 to 900.
Well, it's yeah, he's more balanced now. She was.
I don't think it changes anything.
No.
She still picked like crazy.
Yeah, she will.
The only
But
thing that
her early
changed,
game presence won't be as
no,
good as it was.
but I mean, how often do you not see a Queen of Pain hit level 7 pretty fast?
Well, you're right.
It's the same damage at level 7.
Yeah.
It's just the only thing is the travel range of Sonic Wave is fine. I think it's fine, doesn't travel. It's traveled way too long. Or no, too fast. I should say. It was hard to outrun it.
Yeah.
Ricky, what you do this one, Avilex. I don't want it. It's way too much for me.
Temporarily removed from Captain's mode, like any of the other heroes we talked about. Reworked permanent invisibility to include backstab. So permanent invisibility. Ricky grants 0.4 0.6, 0.8, 1.0 damage when attacking from behind. Invisibility fade time 6, 5, 4, 3 seconds. Note, no longer grants 6, 8, 10, 12 HP regeneration. And then we have Blink Strike, back to basic ability without charges. I like that as a support. I might be able to get away from him now, perhaps.
What?
You couldn't get away from him with his charges. He jumped on you like 3 times and you were dead. Couldn't do shit.
It's a 4-second cooldown.
No, not on the charges. No.
No, but
Blink
now
Strike is the thing that used to have charges. It doesn't have charges anymore. It has a cooldown of 4 seconds instead.
Yeah. It used to have charges, and when the charges were in action,
How will you get away as a support? Regardless if you have charges.
You had no possibility to get away when it were charges.
Oh, you
So,
could
so you're gonna get
No.
away in 4 seconds?
Yeah, you have a force stab or something. You can at least force stab yourself away. Right?
What? He
Before
will
you
just
could-
follow and Blink Strike again.
I mean, this is the old Blink Strike, and it was perfectly fine. It was ridiculous that it could jump multiple, because it also gives away more burst than it does now. I have more time to do stuff.
Yeah.
Before you just jump, hit, dead. So much damage. Anyway, last thing.
All right. Yeah. I'm here. Add a new ultimate for Ricky. Trick of the trade. Ricky faces out the world for up to 3, 4, 5 seconds, attacking every enemy from behind in a 450 area around him. He attacks once when facing out, and then once per second while being faced out. Cooldown 90, 80, 70 seconds. Mana cost 75, cost point 0.4. So basically it's an AoE, and while enemy heroes are in that AoE, they are attacked in the back by Ricky. And I think this makes him much more viable in teamfights, because that's his main weakness. He can't handle teamfights really. So yeah, I'm interesting to. It will be interesting to see if he will be picked in some game when he is returned to captain's mode. We'll see. He will be a pain in the ass.
I think it's
Sorry?
kind of stupid, his ulti. I think it's good. Very good.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's a sleight of fist that continuously hit people.
Yes,
I thought it was jumping to every person, like, for the entire... No, it just hit everyone, constantly.
Yeah.
Don't you find it stupid, too?
Yeah, and then he has his clouds, so you can keep people in the area of effect. Then there's a strength growth reduced from 2.0 to 1.6. Agility growth reduced from 2.9 to 2.2. That's good, I think, considering how his ulti has been buffed, or the ulti has been changed. Yeah, base armor reduced by 1. Smokescreen no longer slows turn rates. Well, then he might have some trouble keeping them inside the ultimate. But I still think he's very strong with the new ultimate.
Okay.
I'm not hyped about meeting him in Pearl.
No, me neither.
No, me neither.
I'm hyped
I
about
hate
playing
him.
him.
He will be a pain in the ass.
I would like to play him offlane. I actually think he's very good in offlane.
But he doesn't have the HP regen anymore.
That's true. Okay, Rubik. Paintball attack damage reduction increase from 14, 20, 26, 32 to 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, they are really just trying to satisfy me, aren't they?
Yeah.
Huh.
Sand King. Revert Scepter on Sand King. Doubles Burrow Strike cast range and applies caustic finale poison to heroes. Note, no longer grants previous scepter bonuses. So
You like that?
Well, he's pretty useless if the enemy team got BKB and they can react to him most of the time.
I think this is... I mean, his ulti already does a shit ton of damage, but
Yeah,
you understand how long he can Burrow Strike now?
yeah, like across the river.
Well, do you know how long range that is?
Yeah, it's like 1,800 If you went
it's
across from one
1300.
corner to the other corner in the mid lane,
I believe it's 1350 AKM.
yeah, okay.
It's
Well,
basically
it's
like
pretty
having
long.
double blink.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Base strength increased from 18 to 21. Caustic Finale slow increased from 25 to 30%. I don't know what I feel about
Well,
the scepter.
Thing
I mean,
about Sand King is he's gonna have a lot of trouble farming when he's when he's jungling. I mean the magical immunity or the magical resistance aura will make it slower for him to farm his blink and so forth.
Sanking was a really big, or is a really big team fight hero. You want a team fight with him. And taking the scepter from the team fight, I don't know. I don't know how this will affect him.
You will have a lot of catch. Wow, you will have a lot of catch. You can't get away from him, more or less. Oh wait, okay. Shadow Demon. Disruption illusion duration from 5, 6, 7, 8 to 6, 8, 10, 12 seconds. Well, I think still there will only be a few competitive teams picking him, not so many pubs. Especially not Tiro will not pick it from me.
Yes.
Alright, Shadow Fiend, Lantas, your turn.
Okay. Add a scepter to Shadow Fiend. Vacuum of Soul's Wave now returns back to Shadow Fiend, deals 40% damage on the way back. All of the damage the Vacuum does to heroes on its way back heals you. Base armor reduced by 1. Shadow Race mana cost increased from 75 to 90.
You like this?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Well, I think it's cool. I said I liked it because it was cool.
Yes.
But I don't think it's good. Is it?
It's good, it heals you.
Yeah, but
Races.
do I want to spend? I just been thinking more about it. Do I want to spend 4,200 for this? I don't think so.
Oh right, it's with scepter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was normal hours, I told you. Yeah. But with scepter.
I feel mad
Scepter
now.
is like.
Nah, I don't think you'll prioritize this. No.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's worth it. And like, you use it to initiate a fight. You're not gonna take so much damage when you do it with the Requiem. I mean,
No,
you do it
usually
when
start
you're
the
like
fight
full
out.
HP.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It sounds cool. That's all I can say.
It sounds cool, yeah.
It's something.
Maybe if you go refresher, you could use it.
Yeah, it's something Alchemist gives to you, right?
Yeah, so you can heal at the end of the fight.
Yes.
Okay, Shadow Shaman. Shackle's total damage increased from 120, 180, 240, 300 to 120, 200, 280, 360. Mass Serpent Watch required 2 hits to destroy. Previously had 135, 150, 150 HP.
That's good. Good for him. It's just the overall buff to Serpent Watch because 2 hits in the early game was what they required anyway, and
1 hit late game from carries or ranged mid heroes.
But now it takes 2, and it's actually really annoying that it takes 2.
But it's also good for the support because it would take 3 hits for them.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Silencer replaced Curse of the Silence with a new ability, Arcana Curse. The details. Targets an area, causes enemies to take damage over time. Anytime they cast a spell, the duration of the debuff is increased. If an enemy affected by this debuff is silenced, the debuff will pause, no damage and no time elapses. Duration 7 seconds, stacking duration 4 seconds. Anytime a spell is cast, this is added on the duration. DPS 14, 21, 28, 35, cooldown 18, 16, 14, 12, mana cost 75, 95, 115, 135, radius 425. Effects creeps. Note: spell cast means the same stuff as Curse of the Silent rules were. Stuff that procs magic sticks isn't an item. Yeah. Blades of Wisdom is no longer a unique attack modifier.
So this is like, you used to play Silencer a lot, right?
Well, I
So we
used
can-
the West as a support, and I never skilled Curse of the Silent.
Oh, but maybe you will now, and we can boost rating.
But the thing, this jumps on Aghanim, right?
Yeah, it should be. Arcane Curse should be on Aghanim.
Oh, because it replaces.
Well,
it's not.
it should be. It should replace it on.
Well, it says replaces Curse of the Silent with a new ability. So I guess it goes on Aghanim. And if you put this on everyone in teamfight, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah,
be-
it should be. Yeah, it should be pretty good. But yeah.
Because they want to use spells right when they get out of the silence, and then they just reapply it 4 seconds extra because of the 7 second duration, and Aghanim only lasts for like 3.
Yeah.
Or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And Scotty is really good for him now.
Yeah,
There you go.
it is. That's. Alright, Scaraf Mage.
Concussive shot, mana cost reduced from 110 to 95. Cool.
Good for him.
That's good.
Vlada.
Amplified damage now only reveals the target rather than the area around it. The same change that happened to Bounty Hunter.
Gets the
Yeah.
Bounty Hunter.
And Disruptor also.
And Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Storm
that was a long
Spirit.
time ago.
Electric Vortex mana cost reduced from 100, 110, 120, 130 to 85.
Ah,
Good. That's good. Good for him.
yeah.
Yeah.
It might actually be worth to go 1-for-1 again, maybe.
Yeah.
People used to do that to disable, to just be a disabler. That's good, I think. Okay, Sven. Base damage increased by 4. Cross-range Sceptower bonus damage increased from 50, 75, 100% to 75, 100, 125%. Good for him, again. I don't have actually much to say.
No, it's the aura.
Yes, it's the Aghanim aura.
Yeah. So it's not only good for him, it's good for the team.
Yeah, but I mean, how often do you see? I have almost never seen a Sven with Aghanim.
No.
It's just not good enough for him. He needs damage and BKB and.
It's where the support Sven, if anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Templar Assassin.
Assassin.
Refraction is now always visible.
Fucking finally.
Awesome. I like this.
Terrorblade enabled. Terrorblade in Captain's mode.
Cool.
Yeah. Tidehunter.
Added Aghanim to Tidehunter causes Gust to become a ground target wave ability that travels for 1800 range. AoE 240, projectile speed 1500, cooldown 7.
So it's pretty fast.
Anchor Smash cast range reduced from 0.5 to 0.4. Ravage stun duration rescaled from 2.02, 2.32, 2.77 to 2.0, 2.4, 2.8. So basically, I think once again this is the same situation as a Magnus. You sit in the situation after you get blink and stuff that buffing your spells might actually just be better than getting other things like Refresher and stuff. I think Refresher on Tide can be good, but this actually is a very big wave. It's like you're almost guaranteed to hit 3-4 people in a team fight with this.
Yeah.
And it's every 7 seconds.
That's annoying.
It's actually, I think it's very good. I think it's a very good Aghanim. Yeah,
And Praise Ice Frog, Ravage stun duration was fixed.
I mean, it's also pointless to have it. Nobody has ever said, if I just had that 100 parts of a second more, I would have destroyed him. No.
Well, you underestimate the other players.
But 0.02. Well, Whirling Death. Oh, Tibosaw, I mean. That's what it's called.
Whirling Death debuff duration increased from 7 to 11. Whirling Death mana cost decreased from 70, 80, 90, 100 to 70 steady. Reactive armor duration rescale from 16 to 14, 16, 18, 20.
Cool. I think it's
That's nice.
He's strong again.
I love the Whirling Death mana cost decrease.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And I think EG is going to be very happy because they already played Timbersaw.
Yeah. Tinker. Laser cast point time improved from 0.53 to 0.4. Oh, it's gonna be such a pain. Laser cast range increased from 550 to 650. Fuck, it's gonna be a pain.
Okay. Tiny. Crag exterior now triggers an attack landing rather than a start. Thank
Fucking
you.
finally.
The-
Thank you, OS
Why
Frog.
didn't I
Praise
don't
you.
understand why they didn't change this when they changed everyone else.
I don't understand it
Like
either.
return and axe.
Yeah,
They
it was so annoying for me to just blink up to a tiny and to hex him, and then instead it procced on an attack and never landed.
Yeah, look at me. I have silver. I'm going to totally disable this crap. Wait, I got stunned before I hit him.
Yeah.
It's like, at least your silver hit is going to land and disable it so everyone else can block you up while you stunned. At least. Oh wait, does it even stun you then? If it's disabled. I think the disable had before it stuns you, right?
Yeah, should be. Treant Protector.
Illicit mana cost reduced from 100, 110, 120, 130 to 80, 95, 110, 125. Overgrowth AoE increased from 675 to 800. Scepter overgrowth damage and vision AoE increased from 700 to 800.
That's interesting. I think he actually restored the original AoE vision from the Scepter. No, it's Overgrowth. I think forest. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was the ice in the forest. He reduced the vision AoE. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think it makes the Treant more viable.
Yeah, I mean, he used so much mana, especially in the beginning. You didn't even dare to use leechage if nothing was gonna happen, kinda.
Yeah.
That's how much mana it cost. And the overgrowth AoE is increased by more than 100 AoE. And then the damage and vision from the scepter is also increased with like 100. It's really good. He needed something also like this. It makes him more viable in fights.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't play much Treant, that's why I don't have much to say.
What?
Troll Warlord. Fervor reduced from 20, 25, 30, 35 to 15, 20, 25, 30. What is that good or bad?
Which one?
But
What
it could be bad, but let's
I
keep
don't
on
really
reading.
know what fervor means. Or
Fervor
what it
is
does.
the passive one who stacks his attack speed.
Oh, then it's a nerf.
Yeah.
Fervor
How's it a
max
nerf?
stacks.
Wait, how are we nerfing? Oh, you
Isn't
didn't
it-
read the
Fervor,
entire
the
thing.
attack speed he gets,
Oh
right?
yeah, but it's next sentence.
Yeah, max stack increased from 4 to 6, so maybe it evens out.
So
I don't know.
no,
yeah,
it's
so he
basically he gets, if he hits 6 times, he gets 40 more attack speed than he did before.
Alright. Ranged whirling axis cooldown reduced from 20, 19, 18, 17 to 20, 18, 16, 14.
It might actually be much better now. I know it sounds silly because there's not much changes, but I mean, the fever stacks means a lot, and the whirling axis cooldown means a lot. I don't think he's going to be overpowered, but I think he's actually a bit more useful. Because he was just way too nerfed before. Like, it's so silly how much nerfed he was. Yeah. Okay, Tusk. That's me, I guess. Movement speed reduced from 305 to 300. Ice shots damage reduced from 70, 140, 210, 280, 260, 120, 180, 240. Snowball can no longer pull units out of Black Hole or Chronosphere. Snowball gather radius reduced from 400 to 350. I don't think this means a lot for him, honestly. I don't think he's going to be picked less for this reason.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I mean the black hole and chronosphere things is just that's
Nothing else
bullshit.
can.
So it's great that they removed that or fixed that.
Yeah, it's silly that he could roll over them and just take people out with him. That's silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but I still don't think Snowball is still really, really, really strong. It wasn't because of Black Hole and Chronosphere that he was broken, because people didn't even pick those two heroes.
Yeah.
So he's still going to be picked.
Undying. Tombstone zombie damage reduced from 35 to 33. Tombstone bounty increased from 75, 100, 125, 150 to 125 from the start, 150, 175, 200. That's a lot of gold. Tombstone no longer grants 44 XP.
Cool.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Now we might actually see a more useless Aghanim.
Oh yeah.
Avilex.
Scepter added to Ursa. Allows you to cast your ultimate while disabled and reduces cooldown from 50, 40, 30 to 30, 24, 18 seconds. And range is no longer purgeable.
Okay.
Shit.
So this scepter is only viable in cases like there is a Magnus RP you really
Or Kronos. Or
don't
Black
wanna. Yeah.
Big ass disables. Or dual, actually.
Well, it won't help against Black Hole and Chrome.
Why?
Because they're continuous.
While disabled, you can use this ultimate.
Yeah, you can just click it anyway.
Oh, okay. So
It doesn't free
I thought it
you.
went on cooldown or anything like that.
No, it
No.
doesn't free you, but you can just click it and then you'll take that.
You take like almost no damage.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
But I guess it's not. This is also very situational because usually you just want to get other stuff. You don't
Yeah.
want to get an Aghanim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vengeful Spirit.
Vengeful.
Is it me?
I love
Yeah.
this Aghanim.
Added Scepter to Vengeful Spirit causes you to spawn a Vengeance Illusion when you die. The Vengeance Illusion deals 50% damage, takes 150% damage, and is able to use all of your abilities but not items. The Vengeance Illusion lasts until she revives. Note, still grants previous Scepter bonuses to Nether Swap. And the previous Scepter bonus was it made like 10-second cooldown on the swap and you could swap creeps.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, hello.
Yeah.
I think this is what I think it's very good. I can't see why you wouldn't get Aghanim.
The only problem is that she again is a support. If you really need a swap and she dies a lot, it will be like you have to have a alchemist to give you an Aghanim so you can get out of the black hole, you can get out of the things.
The thing about Vengeful is that she is already a late game support, so the chance of her actually getting money for Aghanim is likely. I think so. I will get it. I'll buy it.
I don't know. I might go. I don't know. Maybe. I think it's a cool Aghanim because of how you don't have to have any downtown on your nether swap. I mean, because of the previous bonus also that you get to keep and you like never really die. Yeah.
Okay, Lantas, your turn on the monster.
What? Oh, Venomous. Right. Venomous. Venomous scale cooldown reduced from 22 to 21, 20, 19, 18.
Won't do anything. Visage. Stone form AoE increased from 340 to 350. Won't do anything either, really.
Warlock. Base strength increased by 4. Shadow Word duration increased from 11 to 12 seconds. And Shadow Word is like channeling thing, right? No, wait.
No, it's his heal or
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is fine.
Yeah.
Weaver.
Your turn.
Oh. Base damage increased by 3. The Swarm Beetle's base attack time improved from 1.4, 1.25, 1.1, 0.95 to 1.25, 1.1, 0.95, and 0. I think this is good.
Yeah.
The Beetles were buffed last patch too, I think.
I
think
think
so
he's like gonna get another buff next patch and then he's gonna wreck.
I think he might wreck already.
Yeah, but I think he will fly on the radar, especially in competitive. Well, maybe not now that since Doom is gone. Huh. Yeah, he may be the one to wreck them all.
They
Oh
want for
well, Wind
English
Ranger.
heroes.
Shackle Shot is now rechargeable. Finally. Shackle Shot speed increased from 1515 to 1650. Shackle Shot angle reduced from 26 degrees to 23 degrees. Power Shot speed no longer decreases by a small amount as it goes through units. Well, I think it's reasonable nerfs.
I like the bottom one. That's a big buff.
Yeah.
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 You can advance and still, like in mid, for example, you power shot up to advance, so you do like full damage on everything, and you lasted the caster because the caster always dies to level like 3 power shot, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
Winter Wyvern. Temporarily removed from Captain's mode. Cold Embrace cooldown increased from 17, 16, 15, 14 to 24, 21, 18, 15. Arctic Burn Slow reduced from 25, 30, 35, 40 to 19, 26, 33, 40. Now the big change. Winter's Curse primary and secondary units are now immune to all damage from their enemies. Winter's Curse secondary units now have 50 attack speed bonus. Winter's Curse AoE increased from 400 to 500. Winter's Curse cooldown increased from 110, 190 to 120, 110, 100. Winter's Curse duration increased from 2.5, 3, 3.5 to 3.25, 4, 4.75. Fixed Winter's Curse lingering if the primary target died.
I think it's a good change, because now it's just used by many teams, not for the enemy team to destroy their own teammate. It's just a long stun, more or less. So now it's like it's supposed to be the skill is as it's supposed to be, that the enemy team betrays their own.
Yeah.
That's the
But
Winter Curse.
But it nerfs the hero so much.
It does. It does.
Not even
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, Witch Doctor. I don't. Do we have more to say?
No, we don't have Morrissey.
Witch Doctor. Maledict mana cost reduced from 120 to 105, 110, 115, 120. Maledict cast range increased from 525 to 575.
Yeah, it's a nice buff.
The rage king.
Especially the cast range. I liked it.
Why
Wait.
isn't the cask disjointable? Why don't they say that?
Because that's not needed yet. Like I mean, that the hero is not. It's not broken that it's not. You know, like it's the same
Yeah.
reason why the shackle hasn't been disjointable, because it hasn't been the case that it needed to be changed. Until it wins a TI that the guy couldn't disjoint it, then
Pretty much.
okay, Wraith King.
Vampiric Aura can now be toggled to make the lifesteal for heroes only.
That's nice. It's the same
You don't
thing
need
with
to push the
Kunkka.
lane.
It's the same thing with Kunkka. You can control more of your own abilities. But some people are gonna be sad. It's a 2-button hero now instead of 1. Anyway, now it's
Items.
on to items. Yay!
New items.
Okay. I hated this item yesterday. I hated it. I thought it was terrible until I thought about it. But that's should I read
Okay,
it?
what did you think about it?
Okay, I'm gonna read it. Clarifier. It's a new consumable. It costs 75 gold and it provides 2 damage while you have it on you. And if you consume it, you gain 75 health, and it has a cooldown of 5 seconds. I thought it was really, really bad, but I can see why I thought it was bad, because I would automatically think, oh, this is the same kind of when they implemented mango. So I immediately started to think people who use mangoes. But that's not the kind of people who want to buy this. People who want to buy this think people who played just to the verge of dying kind of thing, like Quap and SF. Like, let's say SF buy this, right? Or one, or Invoker buys it, or Quap buys it. You lasted better, And how often wouldn't you want like a 5-stick burst heal, right? That's 75 heal. I don't know. I actually think it's pretty pretty good on SF and Quap and like mid heroes like those that needs last hitting power, but don't really want to buy stats for it, and still needs that kind of burst healing to do like the 1 vs 1 hitting competition. There's always one of those minimum every game. What about you guys?
Well, I didn't think of it that way, but then again, I'm a support, so I don't only think in support ways. And I thought it was kind of useless, but then again, when you put it like that, I mean, there are, as you said, certain heroes that need the last hitting power early. So sure, it's good, but it won't be. It will only be used late game as opposed to mangoes, which can be used later in the game also.
This is an early game thing, right?
Yeah.
Early game.
Yeah.
I thought of it similarly to you, Lantas, but I thought of it more as an offlane thing. Because if you're a greedy offlaner, you want to be able to contest some of the creeps. I don't know, maybe with the new camp you also want to like farm a bit in between the waves, and then you might need some fast healing to go back to the lane or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. That was when I thought it wasn't as powerful, but that was. But I were like, yeah, sometimes I could use that in offlane, but it just wasn't like, oh, I need this. No, sometimes I'd rather just buy tangos or something. Like
I feel like it's more greedy.
40.
But it's the same, like Mango is also for like greedy support kind of.
Well, it's like a must-have
Or
almost on every
offlaner.
offlaner.
Yeah.
Almost. Like it's like Clockwork is one of those that don't really need it, but like Magnus need it, Slada need it. So many heroes just like Mango is just the way to go. But that was why I tried to put it into those situations with Fairy Fire. It was shit. Didn't really think it was very good compared to Mango. But that's because there's a big. You say Mango only gave 75 mana for 75 gold, right? You paid 1 gold per mana. That would be worth it. But for HP, it's a different story because HP is not worth as much as mana is.
Can you believe we needed it all along, but we didn't know it?
Mango?
Yeah.
No, I actually couldn't. People thought Mango was shit to start off with. But I mean, they all have also.
It's only because of the cost.
Yeah, it was 115. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, Dragonlance.
New item formed from Ogre Club and Quarterstaff. Actually, this is an item that when I was thinking of an item that I rather would go on Avenge, this could be one of those. I don't know why. But
because
I'm just...
her attack range is shit.
Yes, and she
like
has really nice passive.
Do you mean like a carry bench?
Like a semi-carry bench.
Okay, so like position 2 or 3.
I don't know.
You go like aggressive eventual or offlane something.
Yeah, maybe if they were dual laning, but I don't know how. That's the kind of order I would put her in, but I don't know the lineup yet.
You mean like TA vengeful offlane?
Perhaps.
Oh, okay. Read the item.
But you know I wanted a TA farming.
Yeah, go.
Anyway, the Dragonlance gives you 10 strength, 10 attack speed, 10 damage, plus 130 attack range. Ranged heroes only. Does not stack. Can be disassembled. So it's like
cost.
It's a range amplifier, or how to say. It gives you plus 130 attack range for ranged heroes, which is really nice.
This is a really good item. I think this is like hey, I'm SF. I might as well rush this item. It's never bad on a, because you can disassemble it and build a BKB later if that's what you want.
Yeah.
And I would easily sacrifice a quarterstaff to get 130 attack range and 10 damage and 10 attack speed. I could sell it later on because I mean 130 attack range I think is more worth than 900 gold.
Yeah.
Just by itself.
And then there's the complementary item afterwards.
Yeah. What do you think, Avilex? You hate it?
Well, no, I like it. I like it. I don't just. It's very situational.
You think it's
I
very
don't think it's
situational?
very situational.
I think it's one of those. Hey, I'm a ranger carry. I'm gonna buy this item. That's how I think of it.
Yeah, I think that Drow also can go in early and just push down towers very safely.
Yes, he has what? He already has 700 range, right? Or is it
Yeah.
650? I mean, Lina can go it too. But
Yeah.
I would probably not
That's
go this
ridiculous,
Lina.
actually.
I would
That's a
probably not
sniper.
go this. Sniper is 8. He has 1080 range. That is stupid. Oh, anyway, the next item though I think is perfect for Lina. You read the Avilex. Go.
Okay. New item formed from energy booster, ring of health, and cloak. Requires total 2300. Provides 250 mana, plus 8 HP regeneration, plus 15 magical resistance, plus 200 cast range, plus 8% spell damage. Cast range improvement affects targeted spells and distant related spells such as Venomous Gale. Does not affect area abilities like Poison Nova.
So what I'm understanding is that every spell on Lina works with this. Because everything is a targetable spell. It's not, I mean, Venomous Gale is a AoE in some sense, but you still have to target which direction you want it, so it works on it. But where like Ravage and Poison Nova, it doesn't, because you use it around you. It's the same with Luna's ulti. It doesn't get a longer range. It's the same range. But her beam is longer, right?
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
so too.
should be, yes.
Yes, I saw a video with Venomous Gale having longer range. So I think that was, it counted for everything that has a cursor you target thing with. So I think this is ridiculous on Lina. Think about this. You get a bottle, you get boots, you get mana boots. I know you often don't get mana boots, right? But that's because you couldn't use it for anything that much. You will just want it, I mean, but you get mana boots fast. You farm pretty fast. You get to use. Then you split up your mana boots to build this, right?
Yeah.
And then you have just ridiculous cast range and everything. Like your ulti has 200 extra, your stun has 200 extra, your wave can fly 200 extra range.
Yeah, I mean, my girlfriend played Ogre,
Like,
and with this Ogre Magi with this item, and she was also like a carry apparently. Tank with Orb of Venom, this lens, and
wait, I need to ask something. Does it work on items?
No.
don't
It
know.
says cast range. What?
I don't think so. It
Cast
affects
range improvement
targeted
affects
spells and
targeted
distant related
spells.
spells, so it's not items, it's spells.
Oh, I want to use to get 200 more. Okay, so do you guys like this or do you think it's shit?
I
The
mean,
Aether
the
lens,
best thing about this
or
item
or
is that the cost is so cheap. Even a support can get it that has trouble
yeah.
initiating.
It's the same with the Dragon Lance and the Aether Lance, how you pronounce it. I think the range just itself should cost more, like, or how to say it, like it should be more expensive because range means so much. Like if a hero gets 50 extra range, just 50, it seems as really, really, really good. Like very good, right?
Don't tell them.
You know, like when Lina got extra range, you're like, whoa, that's so broken. And it was very good. It's still very good.
Yeah.
But you get 130 on ranged and 200 extra cannon range. Jesus Christ. And it even gives you survivability, both of the items.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, do you want to hear one thing that would make Aether Lens even more broken? If it wasn't an energy booster, but a point booster you needed. Then you have something. Then we give mana and health.
Yeah.
Anyway, Iron Talon requires Quelling Blade, Ring of Protection, and then the recipe. And its total cost is 500, and it provides 2 armor. It gives you bonus of Quelling Blade, so you do more damage on creeps. And then your active is lets you target non-player enemy units to remove 40% of their current HP. Cooldown 14 seconds. Note: cannot target ancients. Has normal 4-second cooldown when used on trees. I'm just gonna throw it out. I really like this item. It's
Yeah.
really, really, really good.
And I would probably get it as a support because then I can jungle very easily and get the new hard camp.
As a jungler, this is like an instant buy level 1.
Yeah.
Then buy Tangos and then go. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
What do you think, Tiro?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Very good, yes.
Yes, okay. Next item.
Quite. Yes.
Item
Okay.
changes. Abyssal Blade.
The Bash has doubled the damage. Right?
Yeah. This is
The-
just a list of changes that's been tossed on to many items. So let's just read through them because they're just not that much of significance. It's the bonus damage decreased, but the bash has been increased, and that goes for Monkey King Bar, the ordinary bash, and the Abyssal Blade. Yeah.
It's very good though that when you proc the Bash, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Then there's a courier purchase cooldown increase from 7 seconds to 2 minutes, which is purely to prevent people griefing. I think. I don't see any other reason.
And it should have been implemented earlier.
Oh, well, they should just implement in pubs that every player can max have 2 couriers in pubs.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
But I mean, you need to be
Whatever
very
kind of
committed.
limit to prevent griefing would have been fine.
You need to be a very committed griefer though, if you want to grief with this courier thing now. Just saying. You need to go AFK for 2 minutes, come back, buy a courier, go AFK. Buy a courier, I mean. Okay. And then they also, this is pretty nice, enemy courier cost decrease from 120 to 100. Then they, because they nerf boots with 5 movement speed, every boot has 5 movement speed
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, and that goes for all boots.
AC now affects, attack speed also affects buildings because the armor already did.
Yeah. Okay. Blade
Blade
mail.
mail, 2 second less cooldown.
Yeah, it's good.
Boots 50 gold less. That's nice. Very, very nice.
Indeed.
Bottle got a shit, like a lot of nerfs again.
Yeah.
But the cost is reduced.
That's true. That's true, actually. I didn't even see that. And you can buy bottle from Sideshow with 1 charge.
Yeah.
Which I think is weird, but I think it's okay because often offlaner
So many offlaners
an
get it.
offlaner that want to get a bottle, it sucks to use the courier because mid often need it a lot. And since
Yes.
there is always 2 runes, you can get 2 runes. Easy.
Yeah.
Mayhaps.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and then
Oh,
you can
shit.
abuse
Oh.
it and you buy a bottle and you sell it and you buy a bottle and you
No,
sell
you
it.
can't. No.
You can't?
No, because any item you use from the when you buy it is instantly not refundable. The same with Blink. If that worked, they would just break the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would just be silly.
Okay.
Well, I thought about the same yesterday, and then I got shut down because I was so excited that I could do that.
Yeah. Butterfly. Flutter movement speed increased from 25 to 35%. Flutter
I think that's
duration
fine.
reduced
needed
from
something.
6 to 4 seconds. You get like a face put duration on the flutter.
But can you
Alrighty.
face?
But Flutter gives face, right?
Don't know.
Yes, you can run through people, but I believe.
You should, otherwise I don't feel like it's worth it.
Parity got a buff again. Mana regeneration increased from 170 over 45 seconds to 190 over 50 seconds.
Yeah, it's basically mana boots by now.
No!
It's same mana regen though.
Yeah.
So
They
you just
reduced
get,
the magic resistance.
Cloak.
well, that's
Nyet.
fine enough. That's fine enough. They made a new item which needs the cloak,
Oh yeah, that's true.
and they also gonna change hood, as you will see later.
Yeah. And Crimson Guard.
Has 100% block now. That is
Well,
so
no one
good.
buys it, so it's
Yeah, they do.
not big.
I think they do from time to time.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Which heroes?
Viper,
Bristleback.
Axe, Bristle. All tanky
Really?
heroes. I like Crimson. I always like Crimson. I think it was bought too little, but it's true. There's a lot of heroes that needs Blink that can't afford to go Crimson as well. It's like, yeah, it's an expensive item.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was because Vanguard was very bad. Vanguard is not very good. It's better now though. You will see. Okay.
Daedalus.
Daedalus. Basically, you traded 0.2 extra like crit for 5% extra chance of damage, so you get 1% more damage, or like DPS, I would say, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. I think you crit more often, which is what you want.
Yeah. Okay. Like, diffuse obeyed. Agility bonus increased. Intelligence bonus increased.
Yeah, it's very minor. Then there's 3% extra on the use of Drum of Endurance.
3 extra percent.
Huh? 3% extra on
You
the
said
endurance.
use, I think.
Of the use effect on it.
Oh yeah. The active.
Yeah, active. Yeah. Ethereal Blade. Mana cost reduced. That's fine. I think it was too expensive already. Courier reduced. 120 to 200. Demarcate nerfed again because of wood.
Too bad.
I think it's okay. Art got 0.75% extra more regen.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, how much was it before? Dominator. Dominator sets the dominant creep's base movement speed to 350. Then it says dominate is the active ability.
They
Okay.
didn't change it before, did they? Not the speed.
No, it probably just was the normal one. It's like really slow. All creeps are really slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What are Defiance?
Creates a spell shield on your
yeah.
hero that absorbs 325 magical damage.
Duration 12. Cooldown 60. Mana cost 75. This is a pot item if I've seen one.
It's annoying for everyone who goes Glimmer Cape to miss this.
It's just funny they don't mention the hood nerf. Like they don't say that it have reduced any like resistance by 5.
Okay, the next one. That's the exciting one.
Iron Brands can now be used by targeting the ground, planting a happy little tree that lasts 20 seconds, 200 cast range.
I read this on Reddit for so long time ago. I think it's almost 2 years ago since people suggested that we should be able to build trees, and people were like, "No, I don't see a use for it. It could be fun juking, but there's not enough use for it."
That's
And now they
because
implement it.
that's because all trees were just bunched up, but there was no path to run in. You had to cut everything yourself if you wanted to do that.
I don't know. You can juke with just one tree. There's one tree
now.
every here and there.
Now I think you can.
No, but just like in the
Not 2 years
nighttime.
ago. Not 2 years ago.
Yes, plant one tree. You have seen so many gifs of people just walking around the same tree, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess. Wait. Javelin. Pierces improve from 20% to deal 40 damage to 25 to deal 85 bonus damage. That is so much damage. You buy a Javelin, it procs a lot of that. That's a shit ton of damage.
Yeah, but the damage bonus reduced from 21 to 100. 21 to 10.
But I mean, it still does 45 extra damage.
Yeah.
Okay, Lincoln Spear, cooldown reduction, and you get 5 extra damage on it. Mantle has been removed from side shop, and instead bottle has been put in.
Monkey King Bar mini bash proc damage increased from 100 to 160, and damage bonus reduced because of the javelin. Or is it the stimulus?
Yeah, it's 22. Both javelins, so it's reduced by 11 damage. So yeah. Okay, cheaper Necro by 50 gold, and Archer attack range increased. In level 1 only, right? Oh, level 1 and 2.
Ah.
Observer and Sentry Wards now has an AoE indicator before placing. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it.
Have you, Avilex?
I have heard of it.
It's kind of
I
like
haven't tried it.
it's kind of like I saw a video of it. That when you click on the ward, right, and want to place it, before it just had like a circle or a cross if you could place it. Now the ward appears and then it shows the range as if you were clicking on the ward after placing it. So the ward appears in like a ghost form, so you can see where it is, and then it will disappear if you can't place it. It's kind of
Then
cool.
maybe I shouldn't use quick cast for placing wards then.
Oh yeah.
But
Well,
this
it's
also
nice.
is it's related to what we read in the start. At least I read it that like when you're silenced, you want your cursor will immediately just say you can't do stuff instead of you clicking and you hear the noise like beep.
They also talked about the AoE spells in general, like Crystal, like Nova and stuff, Frost Nova.
Crystal Nova, yeah.
Crystal Nova, that's one. Instead, before, if you dragged it too fast, it wouldn't be centered on your mouse. Oh Jesus.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
Okay, let's go on. Experience bound to increase from 50 to 100. That means a lot in early game. If you can't afford a ward as support.
That is true.
That's 100 fucking base. That's a half a level, low one. Octarine now affects the replenish time of charge ability. I didn't understand this before I got it explained, and I understand it now. It's like thing like Ember Spirits, spirits, you know, remnants. They charge up faster, and Earth Spirits, stone things. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, the charging time.
Yeah.
Orbital Venom, no longer a unique attack modifier.
Good.
Phase boost phase active no longer cancels when casting.
Cool.
Quelling Blade cost reduced. Ring of Protection cost reduced. Armor bonus reduced from 3 to 2. Rod of Aethos cripple cooldown increased from 10 to 12. Cripple now grants units that attack the target 40% accuracy. That means targets attacking that unit will not miss 40% of the time. It's a pretty nice buff.
So basically, you have evasion from butterflies 25. Then you would not miss 10 of those times you would have missed, right? If they're crippled. Around probably 9% of the times. Isn't that what it means?
I don't know math.
Well, it's not just 1-to-1. It's not like you have 1% evasion. If you get 1% accuracy, then it equals out. No, I don't think that's how it is.
No.
I think it's, let's say you have 40% accuracy and he has 100% evasion, even though it's not possible. If you would not miss on him 40% of the times, right?
Yeah.
Because it takes the number of the number you have of evasion, and then it finds 40% of that. I think that's how it is. Okay.
So 40% of the times it works every time.
Yeah. Maim no longer has pierces spell inventory, means that Saints can't slow through, or Saints and Yasha can either. And Silver Edge can either. Satanic duration increased by half a second. Skies of Ice, Hex reduced, cooldown reduced with 5 seconds. Skullbasher.
The Silver Edge debuff is no longer dispellable.
Oh yeah, right. Silver Edge, I thought it was.
Yeah, and that totally breaks PA. Totally breaks PA.
But it's good that there is.
It means he can't BKB, right?
No, she can't BKB.
She can BKB, but it doesn't take away the Silver Edge buff.
Yeah.
Debuff.
So yeah.
Skullbasher. I mean, Skullbasher is not very expensive, and like Ursa and stuff. I mean, the fact that it did 60 damage was a lot, but now it's 120. That's a lot of damage. Like one proc.
I like that you get more strength with Skullbasher.
Yeah. Damage reduction from 25 to 10. So you still lose. I like the smoke has reduced with half price. It's 50 now. And then instead of when you eat a ward, you don't get double the healing, but you just get double the duration. And then the Iron Branch trees, you said the happy trees, you can eat them with Tango 2, and then you get the double healing duration.
Jungle
Jungle
Boots
Boots.
armor
Oh.
reduced because of the Ring of Protection.
Hmm?
Huh?
Hmm?
Huh?
Hmm?
You talking to me?
Yeah. The Vanguard changed from 75% block 40-20 to 100% to block 32-16. I like this. With this makes Vanguard, if it always blocks, it's good.
Yes.
32 damage is a lot. Then Veil of Discord now requires 2x Robes of Magi instead of a 900 recipe. Hint bonus increased by 12. I think that is cool too.
That is pretty interesting also.
You get more stats in your one item. I never really liked the point of recipes because they just kind of like point this money you put into this to get the item. I'd rather get more stats on the item, but I guess if every item had that, it would be ridiculous in the end. The Vitality Booster has been added to Side Shop. That means you can buy an entire Vanguard in Side Shop. Ultimate Orb has been removed instead of Vitality Booster and from Side Shop.
Ah, but the mantle also disappeared.
Yeah, that was instead of Bottle.
Ah.
And then Asha Moon Speed bonus reduced from 10% to 8%, and that was the patch. Now there's just a lot of additional changes. There's a lot of fixes and things I don't know anything about.
Oh, they fixed the all random deathmatch game mode, because every time I loaded into that game, everybody crashed. And the game was safe to leave instantly, every time. Every time I played for the last 2 weeks.
They also fixed other stuff. But generally this is just a giant ass patch.
Giant ass
Giant ass patch.
patch.
So, did you guys like the changes overall? Avilex?
Well, we have to see.
Oh, okay,
I
from
like
what
some
you
of the
from what you
changes,
hear.
From what I hear, I think the hard carries of the game is like killed off at the moment. Considering the many of the hard carries are using some kind of passive, and that passive is now destroyed by Silver Edge, which can't be dispelled.
But that's only like BKB carries, right?
Maybe. I'm
Or
thinking of a lot of carries actually. I mean, PL, Phantom Assassin, Spectre, and also heroes like Bristleback and Luna and so forth.
I don't know if it destroys PU that much. Honestly, I mean, what he wants to do is just creates a lot of illusion. And how long is the Silver Edge?
But he doesn't create illusions as long as he has that on him.
I know, but he will have illusions.
Yeah, I guess.
Then he just waits till he has more illusions again.
Okay. There's
Well,
no more patch.
it's
Wait, I will
just
show you.
my
I will show
notebook.
some pictures on the screen. I'll show some.
Don't cut the.
No, sorry. Go on. I'm gonna show the different the minimap difference. I can link to you guys too. Yeah, you can talk.
Avilex talk.
Yeah. Let's see.
This is the minimap change. From 6.5 to 6.85 to 6.86.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully my browser
clear.
wants to load this image. I think I've seen it before.
There's some very distinguished changes. Like you can really see it. I think it's cool though. I really like it.
Yep.
They even changed inside the dire base.
Yeah, there's 2 trees that's disappearing.
No, they added.
Yeah, they added.
Yeah.
They also removed 2 trees in the top.
I really like the changes to the Radiant Ancients.
Yeah.
The area will become more of a place where action can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it's just a bottleneck, which allows for action to happen, but not in the same way as it is now.
It's also easier to get to the mid and gank the actual mid guy. So as
Yeah.
to walk from.
And you have to be more careful about the courier when you send it to the secret shop from the radiant side, because it will be more heavily contested area.
They really
Whereas
dropped the
area,
room for
sorry.
Dire.
Then I have this, which is how the new Iron Brands and Wind Ranger interaction works. All these are credited to Reddit users. I found them all on Reddit.
Ah,
It's just a fun little use of so you
Yeah.
can see the small happy trees.
Happy little accident.
Basically the trees looks a bit like when Treant uses his aghanim on them. They have this weird green glow around them. And then I have the cogs for new cogs for clockwork that I can show.
Oh, nice. Huh. Is
And then
it the same amount of cogs as before?
I think it's a 2 more or something. And then the new Kunka also. New how the Kunka works.
Alright, I think I'll have to...
Just to see how actually think it's when it only says 200 radios, it doesn't sound like much, but that's actually really big. It's like
what the
Holy,
hell,
holy
that
moly.
space in the coast is so big.
that's good.
Yeah.
Is
Alright,
it?
I
Yes.
actually have to leave now.
Okay.
Thanks for
Well,
talk. It was interesting.
Thank
Very
you too.
interesting to go through the patch notes.
yes. And
Yeah. I wish you a good night also.
see you all next time for the Vic next patch.
Yeah.
Good
My name is
night.
Avilex. Good night.
Hey.
Night.